it's me, Uwu Swordsman, and today we are continuing to play Jackpot Crash Course. Okay, guys, if you haven't played the game all the way through on your own, or if you haven't watched my first video where I played it all the way through and got the first ending, there are 3 different endings. This video is going to start mid-game, and it's where you get to make your own choices and branch off into the different endings. So I highly recommend either watching my video or playing the game yourself once. But we are going for the other 2 endings. I'm gonna fit them both into this video. I really appreciate your support. I just had to, I had to let it be known that I am not starting from the very beginning again. I just wanted to get the other endings. In my first video, we sided with these little cutie pies. Now I gotta make the decision to side with them. They're pretty cute and wholesome, I feel. They just want to know what's going on. If the show's rigged, or how to rig the show for themselves, or if we want to go rob the place. Honestly, I think I need to decide to be evil first and leave something that might be a little bit more wholesome towards the end. So let's start off strong. They want to rob the casino. I'm all for it, guys. Okay, let's see. What's the catch? Yeah, good question. What's the catch, Suits? Personally, I've never been one to want to get into fights, and God knows these 2 wouldn't be able to wrestle their way out of trouble, so you need a fall guy. We'd like the muscle. Of course, we'd like for everything to go right, but don't worry, you can still be the fall guy when things go wrong. If things go wrong. And you can trust we're professional enough to avoid getting to that point in the first place. Okay, well, I guess we're gonna side with them, even though if you've watched the first video, and they're a little bit evil and sinister, but we have to do it. I want to end on a higher note rather than being evil and sinister, so let's make the deal. You will be joining this group for investigations, are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. So you are one of the reasonable ones, good to hear. Don't make me regret it, Vic. This is Bones and Elise. You suddenly feel 2 bony hands squeeze at your arm. What got you that roll anyway? Muscles can't be the only part. You quickly pull away from the hold. Whoa, more yaoi. Bro, everybody wants Eddie. Oh my goodness. Watch it. Oh, relax. I'm not even wearing any red. Oh my god. Wait, at first I was like, what does he mean he's not wearing any red? I get it, because bulls, they like red, right? Wait, does red entice bulls? Or does it calm it down? I think red entices them. I think it makes them worked up. I've never seen a bull get enticed by the color red before. Only in movies and shows, guys, okay? Maybe it's a temper. If we tried and wave a cape, you think we'd get him to charge? You do realize I'm not actually the animal, right? You sure as hell look like one. Okay, Elise, why are we cooking me crazy style right now? Oh my goodness. Already regretting it. So am I, Eddie. So am I. So, about your reasons? They're that you overestimate how things are run around here. And as someone who used to run the show, I know for a fact that something like this is actually quite manageable. You used to what? Oh, now he's actually slack-jawed. What the? This is just the getting bullied speed run, I suppose. Choosing this group. What the heck? I miss my nice and friendly group. It's okay though. We can girl boss through it. So you really the previous showrunner they were talking about? Surprising they let you compete. Isn't that an unfair advantage? Oh, okay. So it wasn't Eddie or Benny. It's this guy. You know what? He is dressed very nicely. Kind of makes sense that somebody who's worked on the show before closely would probably want to rob it. I don't know. He probably feels confident in knowing what he knows and where the money is and everything. Surprising they let you compete. Isn't that an unfair advantage? That's what I told them, yet they still insisted I join, going far enough to pay the extra expenses for my transfer directly from the trial to here. Huh? What got you arrested anyway? Hardly matters. What does matter is that I would have gladly served my sentence anywhere else. I had a perfect correctional facility in mind. He means a private vacation resort where the richer criminals get to go. Yeah, I can tell bro's got some money. Yeah, he probably does not want to be on this show. Well, if you already have money though, why are we robbing the joint? Ugh, no one believes me when I say they're overrated. Been to a bunch of them, and let me tell you, you also have money? Choosing this instead's the best thing I've ever done. As I was saying, I don't enjoy being here just as much as you, when I could have had it better. I can't deny that I've worked on this show in the past, but believe me when I tell you I wasn't involved this season outside of the initial casting early in the production. We're on the same boat. So what are we doing now? Scouting is a good start, alright. So we're also gonna look around with them. Okay, remember we gotta talk to everybody first. Now, this is gold. You think I should write one too? What do you mean? Host room. You want to write your own host room? Or, I guess I can't really read the note. I think there's a lot of notes on the wall. I want to know what the notes say. What is so gold? Tell me, tell me, tell me. I do appreciate how the decorations the set team pulls off almost makes you forget that this is a holding facility. Almost. How much would you pay me if I jumped off? What? Nothing, probably. How about this? How much should I pay you to jump off? I mean, how much do you have? Don't encourage it. What is wrong? This gamer is silly. This gamer is a goober, for real, for real. I'm so sorry, Shark Bag, that I didn't pick you. I miss you, though. I also love sharks. Still unconscious, he seems troubled. Oh my, well I did say plenty of birds in their cages. I didn't expect you to take a liking to that particular flock. Good thing I don't like them. Then why did we side with them? That's a relief. They seem to be quite intimidating, yes. But at least they seem to know how the show operates better than others. I suppose that's fair, but do be careful, Mr. Gates. Yeah, they're definitely gonna use us. They are. Well, can I go into the dressing room like we did last time? Are we gonna move over here together? Oh, okay. See, they're kind of giving Mean Girls. I feel like I'm part of the Mean Girls group right now. This room reminds me, what's your costume supposed to be anyway? I'm not really giving bowl. The hell if I know, I just requested that they put me in something normal. Boring! But the costume department was disappointed to hear that. Probably had to be held back from adding those big horns. Would have had a field day dolling you up. I can tell they were itching to slap on whatever to make you look intimidating. Comically so. I mean, really, the 8-ball belt's one thing, but that hairstyling? Only showing one eye. Aren't you in your 40s? That's crazy. 34. See? Not in my 40s yet, King. Besides, you're one to talk with that face paint on. At least I'm on theme. I own it, too. Ugh. You do kinda own it. I can't lie. Okay. Seems to be a little storage area for extra clothing and accessories. Don't know if there's gonna be any goodies in here. Try cupping your hands over it. The mirror, you can tell if there's something behind it by looking into it without any light. Cup your hands over your eyes while looking to check. Just looks dark. I don't see anything. Boring! Probably just a dumb wall then. Too many seasons of putting cameras behind mirrors for contestants to still not know about that trick. I doubt they would do it again. You know, kind of smart. Do we not? Okay, we do care about the previous people who won. The Wall of Fame, the Hall of Fame. A wall plastered with posters and adverts of flashy-looking people in them. What pose are you gonna do? Huh? For the winning photo, silly. Winners get their face plastered on here. So that's who these were. Ugh, just answer the question. Not sure. You're kind of putting me on the spot. Well, it doesn't matter anyway. You're obviously not making it. Yeah, I was gonna say. I feel like you are definitely a rage baiter. For sure, for sure. Gee, thanks. Want to hear something fun instead? I asked the same thing to Vic, but he was totally refusing to look at the wall. Don't you know? You think he knows anybody? Ooh. Scandalous. Maybe a romance happened. I don't know. A rivalry? Ooh, guys, I'm at the edge of my seat. About the tea, the gossip, the drama. We love it. I'd appreciate it if you two stopped talking about me while I'm in earshot. You know, that always happens in these games. I like Vic, though. I don't know. Not really fond of the face tattoos, but I love the eye makeup and I love the hair color, like a little ashy blonde color. I love the eye makeup. I think I already said that. I guess I only love his hair and his eye makeup. Guys, my bad. That's all I love about bro. You know what? You're studying a little bit gorgeous, though. Good job, gamer. You look good. You look good. For real, for real. Let's move on. Should we look at anything else over here? Do we want to look at the cameras with them? Were we supposed to talk about robbing them in front of these? Fuck, what did I tell you? We should have gone somewhere else to talk. Quick, turn it off. Maybe that will stop it from saving what we said the last few minutes. But isn't that tampering with stage equipment? Does it look like we're still on roulette? What are you waiting for? Go! You hurriedly grab the equipment, searching for the power button before noticing something. It's already off? How was my acting? Boo! Terrible! We're live only on stage. They should be currently busy running clips from roulette to catch the audience up to speed. Most events backstage rarely air. They wouldn't want to waste space for a boring conversation. Even if we're being recorded, it needs to be edited for the broadcast version. And with the little time they have before the games and the amount of footage they have to review, it's way easier for them to overlook things. It will be a while till they can get back to us, if they do at all. You could have just said that. Just did, didn't I? You know, rage bait. We do not fall for rage bait, guys. Do we want to look at the water with them too? No? Maybe we can just move into the lobby? A standing camera seems to be off. Oh wait, maybe I need to try to get into this room. It's locked. Seems to be the door to Cupid's dressing room. Bones lazily leans forward and takes a good look at the lock. It's a bust. You can't do it? An easy pick, but there's a big bolt that isn't part of the main lock and isn't connected to anything else. I don't know where it leads, but my guess is that if someone comes through the side wrong, this mechanism locks and it requires security to open. It will totally shut us out. That's a no on this door then. Why bother asking an escape artist to join the crew if they don't even do the interesting part of their job? Not that we shouldn't be breaking in, just not through here. If we do, they're bound to replace the locks as soon as we're back on stage. We need access from the other side then. If the layout's the same as last season, there should be a way to gain easy access once we find the back entrance. Or maybe someone could break it down and we could skip pretending this place isn't made to be busted up? I'm not doing that. Better to put a pin in this then. Vic whistles over at you to get your attention. Doesn't look to be much else here. Let's go. Alright. Bye-bye, little cutie pies. Are you gonna say anything else? Okay. Nope, nope, no. Let's move on, little cutie pies. You suddenly feel a harsh shove from behind towards the fountain. Whoa! You aren't able to catch a hold of anything before you fall towards the water, completely soaking your shoes and pants. But you feel a separate hand grip the back of your collar and pull you back before your arms touch the water. Yay, we didn't get electrocuted! Oh, bro, did you purposely push me? Or did you just want an excuse to touch me? Toxic yaoi, guys. Careful. You should really watch where you're going, big guy. What the hell is your problem? You could have gotten me killed. I wouldn't go that far. He was just having a little fun. Yeah, and you didn't get pushed all the way in. What's with you and being a total buzzkill? It was only a prank. Not if it electrocutes me to death. The cuff's designed to shock us. I don't want to mess around and go swimming with it. Okay, well now I really want to push you in. Then you'd be a real buzzkill. It likely wouldn't kill you, but still good to keep in mind. What makes you say the cuffs are designed to shock us? Has it been used on anyone yet? Yeah, actually, I mean, I don't know if that's actually what happened, but I was talking with Cecilia earlier, and she thought that might have been what brought down the guy. Ugh, her. I wouldn't trust her much if I were you. Why, she seems more trustworthy than you. I know her type. Still, a decent guess, though. Get it? Buzzkill? I mean, I guess at least with this group, you know what you're getting, because they're not really hiding that they're bad people. With the other group, you don't know if somebody's pretending to be good for personal gain, you know? At least we know what we're getting into siding with these gamers. Get it? Buzzkill? We got it, Elise. Okay, little cutie pies, let's talk again. Have you read the plaque yet? Funny how it doesn't say what happens if you convict the innocent. Wouldn't it be safer just to say everyone's guilty? Yeah, true. The plaque is very... We can read it again. Whoever says to the guilty you are innocent will be cursed by peoples and denounced by nations, but it will go well with those who convict the guilty, and rich blessing will come on them. I feel like riddles, I'm not very good with riddles. In one of the earlier seasons, there was a contestant who would throw some of her chips in this fountain for good luck before the games. Of course, the chips were just picked up and stolen by other players, but she ended up being that season's winner. See, maybe she was also just very confident. She didn't even need those extra chips. People who aren't very confident and who aren't very good at gambling would probably take those chips, you know? Something to think about. Well, I don't have any chips to throw in the fountain. I'm assuming they have all their chips. They might have hella chips, actually. Oh, I'm already sick of scouting. We better be playing another game after this. I think the interviews come next. Oh, literally, who cares? People are here to see what the games are about, not us frolicking around. Why don't they get on with it? Elise, you are a little mentally unstable, but that's okay, gamer. That's okay. I like your name. I love the name Elise. We even have a VIP area. Seems like hell's got room for luxury. When you try to take a step forward, a masked guard harshly blocks your path. Entry for your party is declined. You mean there's areas blocked off even within the arena? Duh, doy! It wouldn't be VIP if anyone could just waltz right in. You probably need to have gained a set amount of chips before you can enter. 20 to be exact. I thought the goal was to not waste time on gambling. That's still the plan. Hey, what? You're here as a muscle, right? Apparently. Great, go knock that guy out. What? Yeah, quit freeloading on us and start pulling some actual weight. What do we even pay you for? You don't. Listen, I'm not gonna get myself in trouble because of something so avoidable like this. It's stupid. And short-sighted and aggressive. Aligns with your role quite well, doesn't it? I doubt they'd punish you for being in character, and I suspect they've been switching between cameras trying to capture something interesting to air. As long as it's entertaining, you can get away with most things. You're a bull, not a chicken, aren't you? You heard them. Not that hard of an ask-him now, is it? Give it up. I'm still not doing that. Starting to feel he's useless yet? Unfortunately. Ugh, I gotta chop your head clean off. Why don't we circle back to this once we scouted everywhere else? We're circling back, guys. Is it just me, or is anyone else getting mixed signals with this place? Some parts look like a vice den, but other bits look like a Catholic monastery. Ah, it's ugly, that's what it is. I feel like, I don't know, even though I'm not personally religious, I'm a very spiritual queen, and I think cathedrals and stuff are very, very gorgeous and stunning. I love stained glass. And I feel like crosses are very, very beautiful also. I cannot agree with you, Elise. Hey, don't you have something you can tear this down with? What? Ugh, don't you lie. Don't you know that's my thing? You got something from that shiny machine at the start, didn't you? I know I did. Why specifically ask me? By that logic, the other two must have gotten something too. Because of your role, duh. It screams weapon to me. Those two losers probably have something actually helpful, and I got no interest in that. Bluff. Fold. I feel like we should bluff. What did we get? I don't know what you're talking about. Eek, I know I said my thing is lying, but you really gotta get better at lying. Even if he did have something, I don't think it would be much help. Especially not something like a crowbar. Bro robbed me! What? How did you... you little thief. You snatched the crowbar back from Bones and put it away. Not my fault you can't keep track of your belongings. What's that mean about it not helping? The door is sturdy. It looks like it has a deadbolt, but I don't see any lock. There's just a coin slot, see? No brute force in this one. Ooh, let me try. I bet I got more than enough chips to get in easy peasy. I don't know, the slot looks like the wrong size for chips. King of Hearts didn't mention any other currency we could use, did he? It's not just the coin slot. The walls around it seem to have a thicker material too. I heard slight music coming from the VIP doors, but this one's silent. So whatever's in there's gotta be real valuable, right? No, I think I know what this is. The confessional theming is new, but this isn't something we'll have to worry about for a while. Ooh, is there some shadowy production reason we're not allowed in there? Does it only unlock by chanting an incantation only the showrunners is gonna know? What's the point of teaming up with you if you're not gonna give us information on the actual show? I thought that was your whole deal. I am giving you advice, and the advice is this is something we don't really need to waste our energy on for now. Whatever you say, boss. Okay. Probably don't care about the VIP room again. We did talk to both of them, right? We talked to everybody already? Let's see. Let's keep clicking on everybody. A staff member that appears to be security stands behind the entrance labeled as VIP. Okay. I wonder if we're gonna have to decide where we want to go first, too. I mean, we're probably gonna explore everything. Oh, this place looks obnoxious. We have to check it out. I'd prefer not wasting what chips I have on gambling, thanks. One of the mass staff mentioned opportunities to gain chips throughout the show. This must be one of them. If it is, then it's a real shame. It means they must have rethemed the gambling hole from past seasons. Oh, we're just going into the gambling hole now? Better not to rush this. Wait, are we not gonna look at the other, like, the bar and stuff? Damn, do they not care about the bar? Maybe we'll go back. We'll see. I hope we can go back. Oh, now I'm worried. Last time we went to the bar in the other area first. We'll see. Don't need to get worked up about it yet. We know what happens. I think it will probably happen again, so we should know what happens. Any of the food catch your eye? The question is, what isn't catching my eye? Cinnamon sugar funnel cake biscuits, fruit drizzled cotton candy, sparkling tea, deep fried double saute mushroom tarts. Are you sure you aren't gonna have a heart attack before the next game starts? I mean, that food does kind of sound banger. Dude, stop talking about yummy ass food I can't eat right now. What the hell? Any of these games catch your eye? Coin flip maybe, but only if I can figure out a way to rig it. Pig dice doesn't sound too bad either. Hey, did you know the earliest known dice was made out of bones? Wait, is that true? That's a pretty fun fact, if it is true. Any of the games catch your eye? I'm not typically a fair game type of person, but I'll admit the shooting gallery seems the most tolerable. Okay. Let's look at this. They seem to be average functioning slot machines. It's the closest thing to resembling a normal casino. Okay, he might just say the same things that he said in the first episode. A food stand that seems to sell various street foods, some of which you haven't tried before. Dude, I want to try so many yummy foods. Stop making me a hungry girl. I wonder what Benny's gonna say about us teaming with these guys. Seems to be a game booth where you can play coin flip for chips. You think that's the coin we're supposed to use on the locked door out there? Nah, this one looks too small. Well, I'm still taking it. Okay, he wants to play coin flip. I wonder if we're gonna put them where they want again, if we are gonna do a little bit of gambling or not. Seems to be a game booth where you can play a carnival-style shooting gallery for chips. Okay, he's interested in that one. Seems to be a game booth where you can play pig dice for chips. And then what about this? It's higher or lower. Seems to be a game booth where you can play higher or lower for chips. Vic whistles over at you to get your attention. Doesn't look to be much else here. Let's go. Okay, I guess we're not gambling. We are not gamblers. I guess, you know, if you already have chips, you don't really need to make it up. The first team we sided with did need to get chips for buying the med kit, but I'm sure we all have enough where it doesn't actually matter. Let's go to the bar first, I think. Let's see if they're hanging out in here. We got all the little artwork again. I kind of like the black and red aesthetic, but it also looks a little modern for me. But I mean, in this area, the black and red looks more gothic, so I'm rocking with it. I also love the greenery. Great, I wonder what this bar is themed after. Kind of on the nose. Yeah, I thought he was gonna say kind of on the noose, yeah, you know? I thought he was gonna hit that one. Don't you mean kind of on the noose? Oh god. Guys, am I Elise coded? Oh shit. Oh no! Elise and I! No! We got it, Elise. Damn, no. Is that what the gamers would say to me for making that joke? My bad. Ugh, when's the bartender getting here? This is the worst service ever. I'm totally throwing my glass at their head once they show up. Are you that eager for service to start? I'm more interested in whatever's in their pants. Bones? Are we trying to get a little freaky on the show? What? Straight to the point, huh? When aren't I for wallets? Oh, okay. My bad. I forgot you were a little thief. I thought maybe Bones was trying to get freaky. It has been a while since I was able to spend my night at a nice bar. Prison didn't exactly have any specialty drinks on the menu. Is that all we're gonna talk about, little gamers? Yeah. Okay. Let's keep looking at stuff for them. Decorative plant. Are we gonna say anything about the pool table? A pool table. No, they're not. It's interesting that they're all gonna be sitting in different spots, probably based off of their personality and stuff, you know? Should we look at the help wanted? Help wanted. Is that for us? Are we expected to work here? Does look desperate, but they did mention different ways to make more chips. At least they aren't making us do community service with no pay. Boo, isn't that what the games are for? Who the hell would want to spend the time they have here working? I agree, there are better ways. Yeah, if you're good at gambling, I fucking suck. If you're looking for something to drink, it doesn't seem like service has started yet. Can they really legally serve drinks here? Before it's a holding facility, it's a reality show. The less inhibitions for the contestants, the better the TV. I guess. He's right. They do that with real reality TV. Looks cozy, but should have been deeper. There's only a curtain. The entire bar's gonna know what you're up to here. This is more of a changing room stall than anything. What the hell are you talking about? Still not the worst I've had to work with, though. I'll give it a 3.4 out of 5. You know what? Maybe they're a thief and they're freaky. I think they need to get sent to freaky jail, guys. I can't lie. Vic whistles over at you to get your attention. Doesn't look to be much else here. Let's go. Alright, we are heading away. We are leaving. Hell yeah, gamers, let's go. Are we gonna buy the first aid kit? Benny, I miss you. My sweet, sweet Benny. Benny. I wonder if I'm gonna ask him for chips this time around. Wonder if they're gonna make me use all the chips to buy the med kit to be evil. Sounds like on brand for them, honestly. We'll see though, we'll see. I want them to spill the tea on how many chips they have. You notice a familiar face in the shop near the counter. Why, if it isn't the infamous King of Hearts? King might be too generous of a title, but isn't he the host of the game? Also probably too generous of a title, but he does work here. We could probably squeeze some extra information about the games if we harass him enough, or you could talk to the person with actual information on the games and not a glorified car salesman. You should tell that to Elise. Looks like he's already talking to him. You look over and see Elise chatting with Cupid. Wait, no, ugh. Okay, alright, we're getting a different cutscene. Should we talk to them first? Items that probably shouldn't be sold to criminals are neatly put on view behind a thick glass display. I feel like nobody really talked to me in this area, anywho. So I think we'll be good to just yap to them right now. What's happening? What the hell are you talking about? I just want to know if the audition form specifically requested for someone that looked like a perverted Vegas chapel officiant is all. Oh my god, that's crazy, Elise. It did not. Could have fooled me. Oh god, not more of you. Now we're surrounding him. We're like a pack of wolves. Look, I'm busy right now. I don't have time for a contestant meet and greet. Signings are after interviews. Ooh, signings. You run a kissing booth too? I'd cut that type of shit, Dreamboat. The gimmick gets old fast. What about all that fan mail we saw sticking out of your mailbox? Do people actually send you those, or did you have to write them to yourself? I can't believe we're being the biggest bullies right now. Does anyone else have a terrible question they want to ask? Any tips on the next game? What did you do to that contestant? Let's ask about the contestant. You mean sandbag? I didn't do anything. You really expect us to believe that guy just kneeled over on his own? Maybe he got stage fright. Oh no, something was done to him, but it wasn't me. Production controls all of the punishments. They wouldn't give that much power to someone with no experience actually running a show. Hey! So what? Were they worried someone would have busted up his face more than it already is? If they were doing that, I doubt I would be in the position I am in now. But they were broadcasting, and he was acting volatile. You put a bunch of criminals in the same room and flash lights on them. The hell did you think was gonna happen? I don't control that either. Complain to our lighting department. But you gotta admit, it's pretty good theatrics. Okay, we have the update on the electrical burn. Any tips on the next game? You actually think they'd tell me anything about the games and stick me back here with the people playing them? Hard pass. Not even an outline? The name of it? Even if I did have that kind of intel, it wouldn't exactly be in my best interest to go sharing it with everyone. Told you he wouldn't have any information. If my expertise is in cutting it, you're more than free to enlighten us yourself, Vic. But if you're a host, shouldn't you know what the games will be? I know the cue cards they give me before it starts, that's it. Mr. King, please make way to your dressing room. Shooting will begin again momentarily. I'd really love to continue chatting, but duty calls. Try not to take too long with whatever it is you're doing. We're behind schedule enough as it is. Wouldn't dream of it, Pink. Cupid does his best to ignore Bones as he heads out of the shop. Ooh, okay, we get to do more yapping. More lore, more lore. I'm surprised they haven't marked up the prices more. First season cigarettes cost 60 chips? Holy! Oh my god. Oh, what have you... Oh, if you have an addiction, you gotta be good at gambling, I guess. Well, I don't know. Maybe if you have an addiction to gambling also, you might be good at gambling or you might be really bad at it. Christ, even a box in prison didn't cost that much. It wasn't for the box, it was for a stick. Oh my goodness. So when are you gonna prove yourself useful and break these open? What's with you and breaking things? You're so right. It is a pretty shallow and predictable reading of what it means to be nonsensical. I'll work harder next time. Huh? Don't stare at it too much with that cashier around, but it's interesting there's a vent here. Okay. That's all the little gamers are gonna yap about. The cashier is protected behind a thick, transparent barrier. There's a small opening at the bottom you can use to exchange chips, and a drop box below the window. It seems to be where you can purchase and receive items listed on the menu. Okay, let's look at what's for sale. We already know what's on sale. Let's see what they're gonna say. They're gonna want to get the little first aid kit. I know it. Oh yeah, I think I have to press escape for this one instead of enter. Private suit rental? The hell do they mean by that? I thought that was already a given. Maybe it's a premium version of what we have? Actually, come to think of it, I don't remember seeing any signage hinting towards dorms. Wasn't mentioned by King of Hearts either. Even prison has private cells. Where do they expect me to sleep then? The floor isn't carpeted for nothing. Ha ha ha, very funny. Out of everything, this is what you're getting worked up about? Bones gestures to their face. All of this doesn't happen on its own. Sucks that I actually care about comfort and hygiene, doesn't it? It's the contestants' responsibility to stay presentable. They see it as an added challenge. More like they probably blew their budget on making the facility look good on camera and skipped on giving us the basics. For free, at least. Or they didn't expect us to live long enough to worry about getting greasy air. You know, the first, room we ended up in at the beginning was the bare minimum, but I feel like they get the bare minimum in prison anyways. I definitely think Vic would not be used to that type of prison cell, though. Regardless, it would be beneficial to our plan to have guaranteed privacy. Yeah, another reason to get those chips fast. Alright, do we want to look at anything else, gamers? Maybe there's new stuff we need to... Ooh, we never clicked on this! Interesting, interesting. They were talking about a vent. I wonder if they were talking about this vent here. You know, I wasn't thinking about thieving with the other party, though. You observe that there's a vent connected to the shop window. Information card received. Shop vent. Okay. Vic whistles over at you to get your attention. Doesn't look to be much else here. Let's go. That seems to be everything. Talk about a slog. I should have asked production for comfier shoes. By the time I win, I might have blisters. It's definitely a bigger set than last season. Lots of room for mistakes. How so? Were the tasteful new decorations not to your liking? You see anything out of place in the shop? Okay, I guess we should be friendly with them if we're gonna side with them. Let's give them the shop vent. Yep. We could lead behind the barrier where the cashier station. Select this card. We'll do that. There was a vent out of view from the shopkeeper. It seemed real too. It wasn't just set dressing. I could feel a breeze coming out of it. Surprised they're even able to get enough air down here. Just think of all the carbon monoxide poisoning we're missing out on. Given the bigger space for contestants and amenities added, I doubt they were as thorough in designing the greater infrastructure. The place is a mess. Blind spots and barely thought out weak points everywhere. And don't even get me started on the guard placement. I understand there were more fights in the past and they want to avoid placing contestants with workers as much as possible, but it's a real shit show. And what are you getting at? The vent in there leads behind stage. I want you to steal the medkit from the shop and bring it back to me, so we never even bought it. We just stole it? That's somehow worse, because then we just made profit off of it. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's so evil and sinister. Evil and sinister. I want you to steal the medkit from the shop and bring it back to me. Finally, something to do. I want to go. I can make a mean distraction. Not you. You'll be with me. I have something else in mind for you and can't risk you getting caught. What about me? What's my job? You'll be with Bones. Because you can risk getting caught. Well, there goes my cover. What's that supposed to mean? It means what you think it means. You're way too noticeable. What? Look at your outfit! Look at your outfit, King! You're intimidating and obvious, and to make things worse, you can't lie for shit. The second someone sees you, I'm gonna get roped in by proximity. I'm not the one wearing clown makeup and several dangling chains. You do realize how loud you are with all that crap. First of all, it's skeleton, dumbass. And second of all, it's a hell of a lot less conspicuous than you. Gentlemen, I want this done before interviews start back up. While I'm sure it's possible, it won't happen if you keep pulling one another's pigtails. Aw, just when it was getting good. I would have loved to see you scratch each other's eyes out. Fine, it's not like he's making it past the first game anyway. This is the last time we'll talk, if I'm lucky. Ugh. Why the kit anyway? Doesn't it make more sense to go for chips? I'll fill you in later. If we want things to go smoothly, I'd suggest you be punctual about it. We will be waiting in the bar. Whoopsies. Okay, let's see. What is the plan? No! I wonder if Eddie's gonna feel guilty. I wonder if we're gonna get a line about him feeling guilty about doing this. So, how was it? Huh? Roulette. By the looks of that footage on stage, it seems like he got you quite riled up. He? Jesus, does it kill you if you don't end everything you say with a question? Benny, obviously. Sorry, I didn't realize you'd met him already. Nah, I just overheard his name during your sorry attempt at getting his attention on stage. Answer the question. He was fine. It went about as well as it went for anyone. At least anyone that made it out. So you push around anyone that you happen to be playing a game with because it went great for me. Well, we clearly weren't as lucky. The only reason I was pushing around Benny was because I was maybe a little stressed given the circumstances. How would you and everyone else... Now, would you and everyone else please drop it? So you really just attack anyone when you're stressed? Maybe the crybaby would have been a better choice as our muscle if that was the case. Christ, does it kill you to not be such an annoying prick all the time? In the form of a question, again. Ugh! Aw, getting grumpy. Sounds like the big guy needs a hug. You quickly slap his hand away before he's able to wrap it around your shoulder. Don't touch me. Keep that up, and the only makeup you'll be putting on tomorrow will be covering your black eye. Oh, wow, they weren't kidding about calling you a bull. I'm surprised you don't have a nose ring to go along with it. Maybe I can pierce it for you once we're done. I should have just gone with the cosmetologist. Ouch, that's harsh, even from you. Do you really have so little faith in us? A bit. I doubt we'll get very far with this when Vic didn't even bother giving us a plan to work off of. A plan for pinching something quick? You are a criminal, aren't you? Are you one of those, I didn't do it, I'm innocent, wow, wow, where's my due process? They've got me locked up for something I didn't even do types. So, do we have one or not? Thankfully, you aren't actually doing any of the work. You saw the vent earlier. I grab the goods and then we'll give you the signal when I've gotten the chips and you can let me back out. Chips and the first aid kit? That's what I said. I should have expected you to go for the money. Vic won't be happy if he catches you doing something like that. You going to tattle? Didn't say that. Don't get your panties in a twist. Something tells me he wouldn't mind. So I guess I'll be handling the cashier. It's what you're here for. Not like I blame you, by the way, for handling the cashier. For attacking Benny. He usually deserves a solid punch to the head. Okay, now I'm confused. Do you know him or not? Ladies first. Your question gets cut off by Bones shoving you into the shop. Ooh, see, people do know Benny. I would know Benny too. I feel like he's very memorable. What is it? I don't see a cashier. Lucky us, maybe we're on break. Or restocking, they could just be out of view on the other side. Only one way to find out. Okay. Let's see. The cashier isn't here. Should we talk to him real quick, or should we not bring attention to him? Okay. Any day now! Alright, I guess I'll just give you... not my chips and not my little thingy stuck to me. I guess I'll give you the crowbar. Should one of us make sure the coast is clear before the other one follows? Follows? Sorry, but I prefer working alone. Even having you around to open up the vent is throwing me off my rhythm. Then what do you want me to do? Surely you don't need me to hold your hand through every step. Guard the entrance. What else? I'm not sure I... Quit your whining. It will be quick. Bones slips into the vent. You don't even hear anything as he moves out of view. Asshole. You suddenly feel the back of your throat choke as you hear chatter coming from the entrance before it comes to a jarring halt upon seeing you. Shit, do you think he's here to spy on us? I think he's staring at the plant. I don't blame him. It's a solid plant. Maybe we're not as important as you think we are. Well, he's still loitering. Who knows what he's planning to do to us? You think the bull will show up in your nightmares tonight? It's perfectly okay to be scared, Vega. It's something natural and nothing to be ashamed of. I'm not scared of him. Ben didn't need to piss your pants over just seeing him. I did not piss my pants. Confront. Keep staring at the wall. Ooh, what should we do? I feel like it's more... Let's just confront them. We need to distract them. We should have not talked to them. You know, I can hear you guys from here, right? I'm not associated with them. Wow, what a brave leader. And loyal, too! Shut up, I'm just being cautious. You two can learn from having a bit more tact. Besides, Vega turns their attention away from the others and instead to you. He's the one who's standing around the shop of all places without actually looking at any of the items, and the shopkeeper's nowhere to be found. Just look, he's obviously planning some dastardly heist to take away precious resources and siphon them off as collateral. Oh wow, you read us like a book, actually, but I don't even think Eddie knows that, but you read us like a book. Crazy, crazy. What are you up to, Bull? Lay it off a bit. You've accused like 4 people of that now, and we have yet to see any evidence of the contrary. He's literally just standing there. Besides, I could ask you the same questions. You could? Yeah, like, why are you so stuck on investigating the other contestants? Are you looking for a weak point or something? And why does your costume look so dorky? What dark plan are you cooking in all those unnecessary pockets? Perhaps you're secretly the mastermind pulling all the strings here. Whoa, what a twist. See, I make a pretty good paranoid cosmetologist, don't I? Maybe we should switch roles. Which role would I be? You'd make a pretty killer brutal bull, but I'd have to double check with the other guy. Gates, how's your green thumb? Coben, Poppy, stop getting distracted. And my suit does not look dorky. Regardless, we're here to simply investigate the area. We needn't bother you unless you bother us, or become someone worth investigating. Whoa, double twist. The bull's the mastermind. We're simply retracing our steps. We want to get a better layout of the area. As long as you stay out of our way, we'll leave without any disturbance. Fine by me. I've got no problem with it. You lean against the wall and patiently wait while they dig through the area, checking the corners, and pass locked off. Ooh, you lean against the wall and patiently wait while they dig through the area, checking the corners and pass the locked off items, likely for potential cameras. Ooh, psst, I got the goods. Shh, I've got a problem. There's company here. So, get them to leave. It's not that easy. Are you really this bad at talking to people? My role is brutal bull. I'm not exactly known by friends for my subtlety. Okay. My role is brutal bull. I'm not exactly known by friends for my subtlety. You have friends? Shut up. Who are you talking to? Oh shit. Follow my lead. Just divert the attention somewhere else. Lay on the charm. Brute force it. We don't have any charm. But I don't want to be mean to the gardener, but I don't really think we're very charming. Should we try to be charming, or should we brute force it? I don't know. We should listen. Let's be a good boy and listen. The plant. Yeah, I understand. Don't tell the other two, but that's my secret too. What? The secret to good plant care. You talk to them. I talk to my garden all the time, and it really makes a difference. Maybe we should talk about switching roles sometime. You'd make a great seedsman. Kelvin nods in your direction and leads you to your plant talking. That can't possibly be what that's called. That can't possibly have worked. What was that? We should, honestly, that makes sense for that gamer. Talking to plants does help, I've heard. I've not raised many plants, but also apparently playing music for them works too, guys. Nothing. Denying it makes you look more suspicious, right? Intimidate them or convince them? I don't want to be intimidating, because I don't really want the other contestants not to like me, I guess? And also, I feel like if I try to intimidate them, then they're gonna know what I'm doing with the vent. I don't know. I hate this shop so much. It makes me so angry. I just need to take a breath. Be quiet and stay where I am for a sec. Sorry. I swear to God if you fuck this up for all of us. Wow, you really do. Yeah, I'm in a mood to break stuff right now. Is that something you'd want us to help with? No, I wouldn't want you guys getting caught in the crossfire between me and the walls. Very understandable. It is? Yeah, what's not to understand about a man and his passionate hatred for modern architecture? Wait! Poppy, I agree. I also hate modern architecture. We're on to it. Fuck that air vent. I also love that the little air vent has little eyes on it. I also love how Vega cannot believe that we are getting away with this because we have no charisma. But that's okay. We're doing good. Maybe because this group, not to cook them because I think they're lovely and cute, but they seem like they're the least charismatic group of them all. They're very, very cute and silly, but I gotta say it, so maybe that's why my failed charisma is working on them. Besides, I was finished looking around if you both were. Actually, though, the gardener, you're a little sweetie pie, so your charisma's gonna work on me. Well, let's not leave so soon. Poppy may still need to. If I have to do another sweep, I'll probably kill myself. Can you stop saying that? But if there's nothing more of note here, I suppose we should continue normally. Back to the bar then? Shh, not in front of the bowl. Why? What's the harm in him knowing we're getting some drinks? Right, yes, drinks. Let's go then. Wouldn't want to keep the, bartender waiting. Solid exit, good delivery. Slaughter got both you. Okay, we did it, guys. We did it. Are you okay in there? You didn't get stuck, right? Well, you did kick the shit out of the vent. Might have hurt him a little bit. Bones? Bones? You can open the vent back up now. Don't scare me like that. But it's on theme. Is seeing a skeleton poking out from the dark really that spooky to you? I can't believe we slayed and we served. Were you spotted? If I was, I wouldn't be that good at my job now, would I? Besides, you weren't really in a position to start criticizing others for being conspicuous. But what the hell was that D- performance? Was the shopkeeper there? Sure, but they weren't much of a problem. Stop messing around. What do you mean by that? That they weren't a problem? That you don't need to worry so much? They didn't see me? The cash register is next to where the cashier sits. It's kind of hard to get into that corner if the person's sitting right there. Don't worry, I didn't do anything to them. That seems more your style than mine. Seemed like avoiding work. Their uniform was missing. For all I know, it was a janitor that got lost during their break. They were just passed out in the corner. Passed out? You think someone else already broke in? I couldn't tell if they were just asleep or if they were knocked out, and I didn't exactly want to stop and ask them. Interesting. Benny? Did you do something? Right, well, thanks for telling me anyway. What's got you so antsy? Don't tell me you're such a goody two-shoes that you've never stolen anything before. I just don't want us getting caught is all. Sneaking around is one thing, but taking shit from their shop is another. Well then, all we have to do is not get caught. And considering it's me you're working with, I'm the last person you have to worry about messing up. Worry about yourself, yeah? Sure. Okay, where to now? Should we talk to the gamers and let them know we have got the goodies? Where do we think they are? Ooh, can we go to the bar? Do we think they're in the bar? Can we look at the other gamers and see what they're doing in the bar, mayhaps? Catch them in 4K and whatever they're up to? Come on, little gamers. Come out, wherever you are, little cutie pies. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, no, we're all in the bar. Never mind. Let's talk to... Wait! Oh, goodness. Everybody's in the bar right now, actually. Who should I talk to first? My people or them first? I want to talk to them first. Oh, I didn't realize it'd be SINISTER so soon. Almost like he's following us. Oh, catch yourself on. He's probably just getting something with this dead snapdragon fellow. What did you just call me? Dead snapdragons. Their seed pods look like a human skull when dried out. Aw, you're so cute. The Cobbin, I don't know if I'm saying their name right. I want to say Cobin. I feel like Cobin makes more sense to my little noggin. Get it? Because you're... Where did you two meet up? I didn't notice you in the shop. Found him somewhere in the halls. Where's the ladybug? Lost her somewhere in the... Wait a minute, how did you know she was with us? Lucky guess. Cool weirdo. Stop distracting us, we're busy. Okay, my bad, my bad. Can I talk to the gamer alone? Yay or nay? Can't you see that we're busy? Yeah, Eddie, can't you see that we're busy? Stop acting like you're associated with us. The rage baiter. The rage baiter got them. Oh, I can't talk to them. That's all right. Let's talk to Bones real quick. Took you both long enough. What did you find? You hold out the first aid kit. Elise immediately snatches it out of your hands and starts gnawing on it. Elise, what are we doing, gamer boy? And how many chips? Unfortunately, there weren't much in the register. I don't think many people have bought anything yet. Wait, oh my goodness, we're talking about this in front of these two gamers. They're right there. They are gonna know what we're doing. Also, that little animation is so very silly. Oh my goodness. Bones drops a few stray chips into Vic's hand. You're actually giving that to him? I expected you, of all people, to at least want to cut. Says the guy who spent all of his time standing around a vent. I was gathering information. If I was gonna risk getting caught stealing, it wouldn't be just for these. Vic takes the first aid kit from Elise's hands and holds it under his arm. Now we wait. 4? What? You suddenly hear someone yelling from afar. That. Oh no, guys, I don't like being evil. I don't want to be evil. You step into the shop and see the kid that was partnered with Sandbag arguing with the shop attendant. What do you mean it's sold out? We weren't out that long. Long enough to forget that there are other customers, apparently. Hey, wait, that's supposed to be ours. Nuh-uh, it's last come, last served, don't you know? He means the opposite. They don't seem to be injured. What reason could they have to purchase such an item? Maybe they got it for Shark Bag before we could. Well, I guess that's kind of right. What are you scallywags playing at? As the horse girl already guessed, no, we don't have much use for this item. But since we have it in our possession already, I'd be open to negotiate a way where we both can get what we want. Chips? What else? 20, I presume? Well, not so fast, horse girl. You haven't included the labor fee, the transfer fee, and don't get me started on the shipping. We'd be open to resell the first aid kit starting at 36. That can't be right. Isn't that more than what it was in the shop? Almost double, actually. But we barely have enough for that. It would leave us with almost nothing. You sure? Could have sworn we just saw you coming out of the gambling hall. Defend them. Intimidate them. Oh, I don't want to defend them, but I think I might have to intimidate them. Because if we want to do well with this group, we need their cards, you know? I think that's how the game works. I feel like if you're gonna side with someone, you should just fully side with them instead of playing all of, I don't know. I don't think this game's gonna let you play good with everybody, you know? So it's better to just intimidate them. I don't want to. I'm sorry, Sharkbag. I'm sorry. Don't make this harder than it has to. Hand over the chips, kid. Back off, we're not fighting you. I wasn't asking. Don't tell me you're insinuating you'd hurt a child. Even I know you wouldn't go that low, Bull. He knew what he signed up for coming here, and the rules didn't say anything against it. What? How dare you? Your hurt is nothing more than a pussy, a vile, no-good, wretched. The kid steps forward before she can reach you, tugging them back as he pulls something from his pocket. Wait, what if we offered you guys something else too? It can't just be chips that you want. Sorry, kid, that is kind of just what we want. What about this? It's a real antique, trust me. It's handmade and has thousands of stories with it, honest. Sailor, do you really think we'd be interested in some old beat-up hand-me-down? We're extorting you, not running a charity. Does it still work? Vic, are you being serious? Aye, it works perfectly. I suppose it will do. Though, word of advice, you really need to work on your negotiating skills. We'll take the compass and what you have for the kit. While still leaving us with one chip each, correct? While still leaving you with one chip each. But keep in mind, we're the ones doing you a favor here, yes? Just give us what we've paid for and be up. We've had enough. Pleasure doing business with you. Vic looks over the compass as he turns his heels and out of his shop. The other two follow after his shadow. Apologize or don't. Should we apologize? I don't know. I feel like apologizing is gonna make us look like a loser. I can't lie. I feel like it's, oh my god, it's such a loser behavior to bully somebody in front of your friends, and then when your friends walk away, be like, oh, I'm sorry, I only bullied you because my friends were there. That's kind of embarrassing. Should we, sorry guys, I'm not apologizing. You guys don't take pity on me. It's hard though, because I love them and I want to apologize. But we just bullied them, we're not gonna do it. You spare one look at the group while they look over the first aid kit. They hold onto it so tightly it doesn't make you feel any better. You leave. Are you competing in a caucus race or something? Keep up. Just got distracted. What's keeping you three anyways? Counting up everything we made. Elise cop it up. We're still behind. Ugh, fine. Elise drops a handful of chips into Vic's hands. Split from the first aid kit is only 30. Would have been higher if you didn't trade for garbage. Plus the spare change in the shop is 4, plus Elise's winnings bring our total to 66 chips. Bones and I started with 5, as I assume did Gates, so this should be enough to bring everyone to 20. Okay, interesting. So, wait. I thought a lot of people died, though. Were they nice and made it out with their partners? I don't really know who was partnered up with each other anymore. I thought we were going to have more chips, not all start out with 5. Interesting. Vic distributes the 60 chips and winnings back to the group. Guess it is more interesting, though, if you have more people playing, not just dying the first round, you know, the preliminary round. Vic distributes the 60 chips and winnings back to the group. You gain 15 plus chips. No, I feel worse. No, we're gonna have more chips, but at the cost of my little love bugs. No, I hate role-playing as being evil. I hate it so much, guys. I do not like it at all. I hate it. I'm so bad at it. You said you only needed 60. Give me back the 6 extra. Vic rolls his eyes and distributes the 6 extra chips back to Elise. Wait, 66 minus 34? Doesn't that mean Elise started with 32 chips? Well, they are a little bit evil and sinister. I could believe that he would start. What? Is it that nonsensical? Guess draining your roulette partner's assets does make things easier. But if you started with so much, what was the point of sharing it with us? They ended with the same amount they started with regardless. Think of it as a profit-sharing bonus, and don't get used to it! Elisa lends their chips. We split the profits, and they score on any assets we're able to get through the VIP room. The chips all give us entry inside. Then, with all 4 of us getting access, there's better odds of us finding something good before anyone else is able to get in there. Speaking of which, we're running tighter on schedule than I thought we would. Bones, how fast would you be able to unlock a door without the bolt you saw on Cupid's door? Fast. Just lead the way. Ooh, we're in a new area, guys! I will say, it's interesting getting more context on different groups, so even though we picked the evil group, I am having kind of fun with them, you know? Not because I want to be evil, but we're exploring new rooms. Finally, somewhere to rest my eyes. This is what a proper gambling hall should look like. The high risk and high reward system this area is operating on is respectable too. I don't get what the other 2 are drooling about. The other joint's way better. This is like reading a book with no pictures in it. Oh, at least I might agree with you, I can't lie. Seems to be a more discreet vintage version of the loud and cheap slot machines downstairs. Interesting. The high rollers get this suite. The high roller suite, guys! That's crazy, that's crazy. Sorry, let me get all comfy real quick. Unlike the gambling hole slots, it has a higher cost of entry, but no betting limit. Interesting. Damn, that means if you make it into the suite, I mean, you could lose it all, but you could also win a lot more than other people. A giant window that looks over the gambling hall downstairs. Oh, that's also... Looking down on the people who can't afford getting up here is insane. Crazy, crazy of us, I cannot lie. It seems to be a station where you can play craps for chips. I feel like that is a thing. There's a hanger that says cleaning in process hung around the door handle. It reminds you of ones that you usually see in hotels. Seems like it's off limits for now. What's down here? We didn't spend all that time getting in here only to walk out right away. Oh yeah, I forgot there was 2 entrances in here. You're right. My bad, King. You're right. Okay, well, let's check out the high roller suite for us then. Let's enter. It's locked shut. Oh, it doesn't even have a doorknob I can peek into. Well, I guess never mind. We're not allowed in here. Where does this crummy door lead anyway? This would be the back entrance to the host's dressing room we've been looking for. That's what I assumed, but I don't know. I was like, maybe there are suites in here. Because he was like, oh, finally a place where a man such as myself can rest. And I was like, are we breaking into a bedroom right now? But maybe, you know, we're going to look into the host's room. What if the room's still occupied? All contestants, please proceed backstage. Interviews will begin momentarily. Once your name is called, you will be asked to go on stage. Well, there you have it. Nothing to worry about anymore. No time to lose. If he's any good at his job, he'll be gone by now. Bones takes out a lockpick. That's your lucky charm? No, I smuggled it in by shoving it up my ass. Course is my lucky charm. See, I told you his is gonna be something lame and useful. All yours. What? Interesting dressing room. Let's talk to everybody first. A series of gaudy outfits mainly consisting of nudie suits and western wear with the occasional dressed-down blazer thrown in for good measure. They're all in flashy shades of pink and red. Jesus fucking Christ. Bones seems equal parts elated and mortified looking at them. Crazy. Despite how cheap everything else in the room is, I don't know why I'm surprised that the quality of drink matches. A few frozen TV dinners, water bottles, and a couple of beers. How funny would it be if he came back and there wasn't any food in here? How would you even plan on heating them up? Oh, I wouldn't eat these. I was planning on throwing them in the fountain. Ah, yeah, very evil and sinister. Okay. A phone! I hadn't realized there was access to the outside this far down. It may just be for staff calls. I doubt it reaches anywhere outside. Why, was there someone you wanted to call? Interesting. There's somebody we want to call. A trash can filled with fan mail in support of the show. A desk covered in mail criticizing the show. Wait, so he throws away fan mail but keeps the The critiques? Maybe he's just trying to be a better showrunner, a show host, but still. Kind of a little bit silly, I cannot lie. Just a wee bit. A bed. It looks similar to the ones from your cell. Wow, he doesn't get anything nice. I would not want to be the showrunner. Is the showrunner also like a criminal? Did he get arrested for something and he's being forced to do this against his will? A leather ottoman. Underneath it, you find 20 chips stashed away. Keep for yourself, share with the group, leave it be. Should we share with the group? They shared with us, and if we're gonna be evil, I don't know if I want to keep them for myself. I would rather share. They shared with us even though they're evil. Or we could leave it be, but let's share. Ooh, what did you find? You get something, boy? What do you smell over there? Stop. Are there any stale crumbs you wanted to share with the class? Yeah, I feel like we should share because it seems like this game is going to be important in gathering people's cards and using them in the future. So I feel like we have to do it. I found 20 chips. Figured we could split it. I doubt our host will be happy with us looting his stash. Do you not want it? Nah, it's part of the appeal. Hand it over. It's more important that we have it than him anyway. It's not his life on the line. What if it is, though? Good find. You gain +5 chips. Okay, see, they might like me a little bit more. A stack of VHS tapes. They all seem to be past seasons of Bet and Forgive. Also, I feel like they would catch on that I suddenly had more chips than them, and I haven't really had any alone time. I think we don't need to cause problems with this group because I feel like they can and will kick my ass. Don't we agree, guys? Hey, I was right. The automatic lock I was talking about lines up back here, and with a click it disarms itself, making the door totally accessible. So we can use this door now? Was that really all for one little shortcut? A shortcut with access to the host's room. As long as he doesn't catch us here, I'd say it's fair trade. Vic whistles over to everyone. An extra bonus for the trouble. Vic drops 5 chips in everyone's hand. Wow, 5 whole chips! What a savior! There will be more if you make it past the next game. I know it may seem like nothing, but there's a much bigger payout I had in mind. Learn to invest. Another job? If you're willing to help again, though it may be more work on your part than opening event. Was that seriously all you made him do? He was more useless than I thought. I'll think about it. Just don't count on me showing up. Don't have to ask me twice. Okay, we have a new information card. Possible heist. An echoey intercom can be heard outside the dressing room. Contestants, if you have not yet been called on for interviews, please proceed backstage. What? I didn't even get a check underneath the fridge! I saw something scurrying. I bet there's a nest of sorts there, and I want at it. A nest of what? Of sorts. This won't be the last time we're here. Let's head out before they send security to escort us. Bones double checks that the lock on the door has been bypassed before the group makes their way backstage. Well, good luck with interviews. Don't be yourselves. Crazy. Should we talk to this little gamer? Oh no. Let's examine stuff first. Let's look at Benny again. You can see the interview on stage playing live from here. It looks like Benny's out there now with Cupid. So I've got a question for you. I think that's supposed to be my job. And how much are you paying to keep it? Don't they usually hire someone who's actually charming as a host for shows like this? I mean, you're already balding from how much tacky pink dye you've smeared on your scalp. Or is it being eye candy our job? Not to mention how fake those losers across the stage are. If this is what makes them cheer, then booing me is a compliment. It continues with Benny antagonizing both Cupid and the crowd. Is that live audience I'm seeing? They weren't there before. It's protocol. They usually test how contestants behave on the actual stage first. After the preliminary games, once things are deemed safe for a live audience, then they let them in. Thanks to the underdog stunt, it's been delayed quite a bit, but he also proved how effective the security measures are with the cuffs, not to mention the entertainment value. Now we get the full experience. So, what's the plan if any of them sell us out on stage? That's what we want. We do? They don't know how we got the kit first, and what we did doesn't go against any of our roles. We should be clear of punishments. Their words will just cement us as this season's antagonists. Antagonists? Yes, which is good. It gives us strong characterization and distinctness from the rest of the cast. Audience being able to remember us better this early on is ideal. That's not... What if I don't want to be seen that way? Don't take it too personally, pal. With that role of yours, it would have been impossible for you to be anything else. You know, I don't know. Now we get like different dialogue lines with people we grouped up with though, which is great. Wonderful. Her expression looks bored and completely unimpressed with the setup. How are you so relaxed right now? How aren't you? Nobody's even thrown a punch on stage yet. If they don't get someone interesting out there soon, I doubt this season will rank very high. Not surprised you're a fan of this show. Just a casual viewer. Right. When you're on stage, can you try to liven things up? I don't want to pass out and miss my cue with how boring it's getting. Forget I asked. Shark Bag's probably not going to be super friendly to me this time. Hey, you! Me? You, the scumbag that pushed Sailor around? You are, aren't you? You think you're tough for threatening a kid? That it? It wasn't anything like that. Nah, I'm sorry if I scared him. You lay a finger on him and... Sandbag suddenly stops himself, eyeing the security station near the exit to the lobby. Oh no! I love him! I'm so sad right now! I don't want him to not like me! Oh no. He grits his teeth and grabs his wrist before glaring back at you with a voice that's noticeably lower in volume. Your next on-stage appearance will be in a body bag, you got that? Loud and clear. That's true though, we did push around a child. No contestant is permitted to leave until they finish their interviews. Okay, my bad gamer. Horse Girl's probably not gonna rock with us either. Don't get any funny ideas. Just because you bested me once doesn't mean it will happen again. Just because you bested me once doesn't mean it will happen again. What? I'm not trying to best you, I made an assessment on behalf of my defenseless compatriots. Push your luck once more and I doubt you'll get away with it as easily. Apologize, leave her be. Let's just leave her be. Fine, I'll let you get ready for interviews. You're better off preparing for yourself as well. Justice is bound to be served to any vile criminals responsible. Such an act will not go unpunished, Bull. I'll keep that in mind. What the hell is wrong with you? Looks like Elise and Sailor are getting in a fight. No. Telling someone to break a rib before a performance is a good thing. It's theater slang for good luck. Everybody knows that, dummy. Never mind. Even after stealing from me, you're still giving me good luck? That's when somebody needs luck the most, isn't it? Wouldn't it be luckier if you just didn't screw me over in the first place? Ha ha ha, you're a real laugh, you know that, Dodo? Albatross, actually. Same thing. Is albatross a bird? I for real thought it was a fish. I cannot lie. A standing camera. It seems to be off. You're not gonna like me either. As soon as they notice you approaching, they pull down their cat mask to cover their face, as if to block you from talking to them. Oh. They do not like us. They do not like us at all. You again. Just wanted to wish you good luck during interviews. Maybe I will if you stop stalking me. Hey, we were in the shop first. We? I thought you were alone. Slip of the tongue. Yeah, right. I've done some investigating back in my day, and I know the face of the guilty when I see one. I actually helped arrest a serial killer once. It was a pretty hot topic in Modus for a while, actually. You've probably heard of the case. Technically, we've all been declared guilty. My point is that you're making it obvious you and your accomplices have been up to something behind all of our backs. Maybe even something that's against the rules. Could say the same about you. Deny it all you want. I'm gonna figure it out sooner or later. They don't call you paranoid for nothing. We'll see who's paranoid. That's a cool lore drop. I like that a lot. Gardener, do you like me, yay or nay? How are you feeling, Mr. Bull? You're like a quaking aspen. The what? They're also known as the trembling aspen. In other words, you look uneasy. A bit, yeah. Well, here's what I do usually to help with the public speaking. I imagine my mamo. Is that mom? Close, it means granny. Just imagine a loved one in the crowd, and they're sure to cheer you on and watch you do a good job. I'll pass. I think that just made me more stressed out. Ooh, okay, let's talk to the other little gamers real quick. Oh yeah, it's these little kitty pies here. Are you gonna be mad at me, Queen? Are you not gonna like me? Mr. Gates, what do you think of my new style? Can you tell the difference? Cecilia takes a step back and twirls around gracefully once, the hem of her dress floating momentarily before settling around her ankles. Let's say something different, not her hair or makeup. Let's say her hair. Like what you did with the hair? It's more lively? Why, thank you. I kept everything about me exactly the same as the last time we met. I'm glad you noticed. Oh, you cracked me up, Mr. Gates, but welcome back. The magpie left its cage and found another bird's nest, it seems. Pardon? Oh, I apologize. I meant going around disrupting other contestants for your own financial gain. That's already spread around, huh? Told her about it, including all the gritty details. How appalling. You don't sound too appalled by it? Well, things did work out in the end, didn't they? The poor gentleman got his medicine and is feeling right as rain. Besides, a bit of tension between the contestants never harmed anyone. It's literally gave Sandbag a burn. And also an advantage, huh? Injuries are an express ticket to make people care about you, darling. You really made him live up to his role of being the underdog, and the audience adores rooting for strong portrayals like him. Portrayal? This isn't something to feel guilty over. You helped him out immensely more than you could imagine, if you say so. See, she gets it. Didn't you say you know her type and told me not to trust her? Oh, did they now? Hey, I thought you weren't the type to tattle. Didn't say that. Well, you tattled on me. I'm gonna tattle on you. Jesus, it's only been a few minutes since we talked. Fan of me already? Want an autograph with a kiss mark? Ugh, never mind. Okay, I want to save. I feel like we probably looked at everything. Oh, that actually made me... I already didn't want to side with them, but that made me feel so genuinely guilty that Sharkbag was so mad at me. Brittle Bull, please make your way to the stage. We didn't even get to see Benny. Siding with these guys, we didn't get to see Benny at all. Let's get this over with. I hope Benny's, only thing isn't just using him to get extra, chips out of him. He probably's not gonna fuck with me anymore. I think Benny's a good guy, since he helped us out and let us live, you know? Are you ready for your interview? No. Let's say no this time. No! Oh, wait, I am ready for my interview. Ready as I'll ever be. As you peek past the gate, you see the curtain separating the doorway from the main stage opening, filling the corridor with a blinding light, soon followed by a guard dragging Benny off stage and muffled distant booing. Hey, warmed up the crowd for you, so I heard. Benny gets interrupted by the guard harshly nudging him from the back, stumbling forward. We might also just talk to him later, because this is the first chapter, but I think it's only the first part of the first chapter, half of it. They said they wanted to continue working on it. Thank you, Studio Investigation. Is it that, or... No, it's Investigrave! Cool, Studio Investigrave! Nice. I think I rock with a lot of their games, guys. I love it. I love and adore their games. Okay, keep moving. Benny very visibly rolls his eyes. Well, don't break a leg. Don't? So you can haul ass out of there when they start throwing bricks. Duh. I'll do my best. Brutal Bull, please make your way to the stage. Refusal to comply will result in a punishment. I got it. I'm coming. As you get closer to the stage, you hear loud yelling. From here, you can't tell if they're booing or cheering. Continued in part 2, guys. Okay. Honestly, siding with them, I didn't know how much I was gonna like siding with them because I didn't really want to be evil. It was gonna make me feel very guilty, but I think we're getting more background knowledge on other things, which is nice. I do love getting every ending in a game for that reason, and I just want to know what they're about, you know? I need to know. I love experiencing everybody's writing, but we're gonna start on the next ending, gamers. We're gonna start getting the next ending, so BRB, little cutie pies. Wait, I feel like I know Mocha Devs too. I feel like I played a Mocha Dev game before. I feel like I recognize their name, guys. Okay, I was a little bit worried. We'll see. I do like the gardener guy a lot, and I'm more... Okay, this group, I feel like, was the least appealing to me. Not in a bad way at all. I think the gardener just seems very, very sweet and wholesome. I guess investigating sounds kind of fun. I am now with the cosmetologist, the paranoid cosmetologist. I am more interested in them to know that they were a crime scene investigator or a detective is what they said. I used to want to be a crime scene investigator, so I probably will like this group because of that. Hopefully, I also like their personalities too. That is not a diss on the writers at all. It's just what I personally like in characters, you know? But we're gonna side with them. Let's do some investigating. Suggest an excuse. You will be joining this group for investigations, are you sure? Yes, I am very, very sure. The only thing we were told about was to familiarize ourselves with the area. Just tell them you were doing that if you get caught. Ah, how long have you been standing there? For the entire rant. And you didn't think to tell me? Oh, I thought you already knew. Sorry about that. Well, if you don't mind, we're trying to have a private discussion. You can go along, and what he said isn't too bad of an idea, though. I doubt they'd punish anyone they haven't explained the details in the first place. Most likely just let us off with a warning. If it's all right with everyone, I could tag along? I was planning to do the same anyway, so sure, I don't see a problem with that. I do. He just came up with an excuse for you. Well, but still, shouldn't you ask for my opinion before letting others in on it? Oh, sorry, was I supposed to? Why, it's not like you're the leader anyways. Of course I'm the... well, technically we didn't make a vote or anything, but I did come up with the plan and was the one to recruit you two for a specific reason while he's... In that case, we could take a vote right now. Would that make you happy? I can just leave. I vote for the bull guy. Huh? Oh no, I'm not sure who to vote for just yet. Vote for the bull guy. Don't. Works for me. All settled then. Cheers to our new leader. They are a cute group. They are adorable. No thanks, really guys. Oh, I'm sorry, you didn't get the position you wanted. Would you like to be the vice leader instead? No, it's all good. Perfectly pleased with the results. If this is what the people want, then who am I to argue? Someone's taking this well. Show us the way, leader. This better not become a whole thing. Oh, I get to be the leader of this group. This is so fun. I do. All right, we shouldn't waste any more time. Let's split up and search for, but shouldn't we introduce ourselves to the leader before that? What, are you gonna suggest playing icebreakers or truth or dare while we're at it? Just so you know, I'm not risking revealing any personal information down here. Yeah, no offense, but I'd rather jump in front of a truck. Maybe that's why they seem more mysterious to me. I don't know what this group's deal is about. Their cards are very hidden. Everybody else has their deck for everybody to see. But I guess that should be more appealing to want to know what they're about. Let me take a sip of my tea real quick. Yeah, no offense, but I'd rather jump in front of a truck. I actually kind of agree with her. Whoa, I was just thinking about sharing our names. I'm Cobbin. Should we look up his name? I think it's Cobbin. I keep cooking his name. Let's look it up. If we're gonna be part of this group, I think we should look up his name. We need to know. Little cutie pie. I like that he's like a big buff gardener. Oh, that's so cute. That's so slay. Cobbin. Okay, I think it is Cobbin. I'm Cobbin. It's nice to have you as our leader. The little ladybug is Poppy. She and I were partners during roulette, actually. Wait, that's really adorable that they were partners. That's really wholesome. That's so cute. And this little eager investigator is... Don't you dare tell him my... Vega! I heard you were Gates. Oh, shoot. I thought the skeleton guy from earlier was named Vega. My bad. Okay. I heard you were Gates. Oh, Eddie works fine. Not important. Are we done here? We should start with backstage first before going any further. Okay, let's look around. Oh yeah, let's yap to everybody first. I've never been in a backstage area before. It feels very upscale. Come to think of it, I don't think I've been to a regular stage either. What could have actually... Since this guy seems like a sweetie pie, I feel like he committed a heinous crime. What did bro do? Or he stole, like, fertilizer for his garden or something, I don't know. Or he was giving out free vegetables in front of a Walmart and they said, hey, you can't do that, leave. Do these concrete areas weird you out too? I guess, yeah. Oh, I thought it was carpet. I didn't realize it was, like, red concrete. It's easy to get caught up in the bright lights and theming, but there's this bizarre reminder that is all still meant to be a prison. It's easy to get caught up in the bright lights and theming, but there's this bizarre reminder that it's still meant to be a prison. Okay. Well, you don't need to make it sound so creepy. At first, when I was thinking about it, I was like, are we talking about like a concrete jungle, like a city? Is it carpet? But I think I was reading too much into it. I don't know. It's more reassuring to me than anything else. I'd honestly prefer if they were more blatant with it. Feels more honest than treating this place like a fancy resort. This room having reinforced concrete and brick walls is somewhat odd. For a show that requires constant remodeling and set design, it makes me wonder if this area is older than the rest. Very, very true. We know things. We're thinking. Shark bag. Shark bag. Still unconscious. He seems troubled. Hello, it seems you've met with quite the party. What brings a flock like you together? We're just scouting around for now. Have you found any devious secrets? Not yet, but I'll keep you posted. No, you will not. This is meant to be classified. Edwin. Oh, I hope I'm not intruding. Nah, I'll catch you later. Ta-ta! I love her. She's stunning and gorgeous, and I love women. And hello. Hello, ladies. Look, a camera! Perhaps we can use this to communicate with the audience members outside. Would they really allow that? Maybe if you lean closer, the audience will be able to see that pimple on your hairline. Not us mentioning this again, but this time Poppy mentioned it. Jesus! Whoa, hey, I do not have a pimple? Don't worry, it's not very noticeable. Especially since the camera's not even on. Oh, even if it was, it's reality TV. Not to mention we're only live when on stage. I doubt they'd air anything they don't want shown. Like Vega's acne. Exactly. Quiet! Oh, Vega. I feel bad for Vega. It's a lock. Seems to be the door to Cupid's dressing room, the host's private room. I'm sure there could be incredibly damning information here. If only one of us here knew how to pick locks. Poppy? Coben? Eddie? What, do none of you know how to pick locks? Why would we? Well, I don't know. You're all criminals, aren't you? Wouldn't it make sense statistically for one of you to know how? Statistically, no. If that's the case, wouldn't it make sense for you to know how? You're just as much as a criminal as any of us. The last part's debatable. But yes, I don't have any correct tools with me. Wait, you actually know how? How talented! I didn't know cosmetologists could do that! I should have guessed. You seem like the type to have a creepy set of skills like that. Let me guess, was your crime stalking? It's not creepy to know how to get into places others would prefer you to stay out of. It's a very versatile skill set to have. They probably got arrested for taking the law into their own hands or something. Regardless, it seems that this isn't somewhere we can access at the moment. They're probably like Detective Tapp from Saw, you know? Just doing stuff that isn't what he's supposed to be doing. Perhaps the mirror is the only way. Without a doubt, something's on the other side. Maybe Volga should smash it. Well, I don't know about that. Oh, are they saying it's like a one-way mirror? Like, the mirrors that they have in police stations and stuff? There should be a less violent way of checking. See if your fingernails are touching with your reflection. Hasn't that been debunked? Regardless, it's an obvious spot to hide cameras. Who knows what footage they can get of us and edit into something else or use it as evidence to punish us. We should be careful with what we say. So we shouldn't be talking out loud about sneaking into staff areas and finding out what they're planning? Shush, 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 shush. That's, you know, Poppy's a rage baiter also. Poppy, maybe you would like a man I know named Elise. Maybe you would. Hats off to the costume department. I am quite happy with the uniform they prepared for me. How about you? Did you request anything? Just something normal. Oh, I'm sorry they didn't follow it. Someone must have missed the note. Is it really that bad? Well, honestly, he's kind of worried. I just noticed he's not even just wearing a normal suit. The way that the jacket is cropped, it kind of does make it look like the people who rage bait the bulls, you know? I don't know why I did this with my hand. They swing the flag. I feel like I'm right. So, you hate your get up too? It's not terrible, just a bit warm. Could have been worse, look at me. What, do you not normally wear pigtails and polka dots? Shut it, desk jockey. You know, he is a desk jockey, you're right. Seems to be a little storage area for extra clothing and accessories. Okay, a wall plastered with posters and adverts of flashy looking people in them. Is this some sort of hall of fame for previous winners? How generous of them to include their smiling faces to motivate us. Almost looks like a shrine. At least they're not still included. At least they still included Lynette? Who? Ooh, Lynette, pink-haired girl, last season's winner. Not surprised you're a fan of this show. Just a casual watcher. She's less forgettable than all the others. Lots of people upset about her being pardoned, but honestly, a villain character winning has kept it interesting for me. Villain? She's a real person, not just some character. If you actually watched an episode, I think you would say differently. Ooh, she's very evil and sinister then. I want to know about her. I wonder if they're gonna give her a cameo. I think that's about everything worthwhile here for now. We should be good to move on. Ooh, I like investigating. I like it a lot, guys. I'm having a lot of fun. Over here we go. Bye-bye, shark bag. I love you. I'm sorry for being mean. Interesting. I wonder what kind of commentary this statue is supposed to evoke. Isn't it a bit on the nose? It would have been much better if it was a grass sculpture. The green would have stood against all of this red. Everything has some kind of purpose behind it. There must be a reason behind its material and placement. Maybe if you pull out its arm, something will trigger a hidden lever. Why didn't I think of that? Wait, Vega! You quickly grab Vega's wrist, dragging them back from entering the fountain. Ow, 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 ow! If you got something to say, then just use your words, will you? Shit, sorry. But the cuff's most likely a shocker. I don't think it's worth to get it splashed with water. I was gonna do it in a way that won't get a drop of liquid on it. Go for it then. Vega swats your hand away and continues walking in the water. Still, it was nice of you to point out before anything happened. They could have gotten gravely hurt. Damn, so close. You actually wanted that to happen, didn't you? Vega pulls on one of the arms of the statue. It doesn't budge at all. No noticeable changes in the lobby either. This might just be decor, actually. Well, we would have never known that unless we tried, so let's still see this as a win. Dive in and check the bottom tiles to be extra sure. Don't. So the cusp being a shocker, is that verified? How did you figure it out? I would have never guessed that myself. It's still just a theory, but Cecilia and I were talking about it earlier and... So you aren't even sure? It's better to play it safe. Oh, look at his cute little smile right there. What a little cutie pie. Look at his little smile, guys. He looks like a little goober. The cup's in a different material than what I'm used to. Also, I didn't see anyone shoot the guy. He did that on his own. Obviously, when you think about it, just wanted to test him, that's all. I'm glad we talked this out as a team. Silly, silly goobers fighting for no reason. I know Vega said we should look out for ourselves first, but I can't help but worry for that poor fellow backstage. Did you know that aloe vera can be a good plant remedy for burns? His isn't technically a fire burn, but still, they promote the circulation and growth of bacteria. I do hope they have something like that in the shop. Aww. Whoever says to the guilty you are innocent will be cursed by people and denounced by nations. Yeah, well, I guess I'm understanding this a little bit more since we've read it like 5 times. You don't want people to get away with crimes that they actually committed. But it will go well with those who convict the guilty and rich blessing will come onto them. I feel like this is trying to say that the show is good because they're convicting bad people, even though it doesn't really, you know. The show is definitely rigged. This feels like babysitting at a theme park while you kids run around. You are the size of a kid. You should not be talking, Miss Ladybug. Not to be a hater, I'm just saying. Ladybug, that's bananas, girl. That's strange. Oh, really? I thought the confessional with theater bulbs was a tasteful addition. No, not that. This is one of the few rooms I've seen with a door like this. The walls, too. They're thicker here than around the VIP entrance or the backstage rooms. Maybe it's a set thing you were talking about earlier? You mentioned it all being one big shell. Could be one of those passageways. Or it could be soundproofing. We had thicker walls like that when I used to work and they did wonders keeping things quiet. Never would have guessed gardeners out of all jobs were part of the market for these. Well, you learn something new every day. I wonder if Bro has a seed jar. Reference to Wish on This Flower. Wait, that's not the only thing off. What is it? The slot to insert something to use this, it's too small to be for chips. Most, if not all, payphones are used with coins. Crazy, I know. No, for once he's onto something. For once? It's weird that everything else is chip-oriented except this. Did Cupid ever mention currency outside of chips? Maybe he forgot being on stage can be very stressful after all. I doubt it. He seemed right at home. Very, very true. I don't think we're gonna have to click on that again. He might just repeat himself. Wait, we should stay back. There seems to be a guard posted here. Why? Are you nervous? I didn't see any lockers for you to be stuffed into, so you shouldn't have anything to worry about. It's not that. They're standing alert by a restricted area that may hold confidential information about the game itself. If we get too close and are spotted, who knows what they may do to us. Aren't they just guarding the VIP door? Exactly, there's nothing to be intimidated by, Vega. They're just here to do their job. Here, just watch. Hello, sir. How are you doing? Your entry is denied. Well, it's not healthy to keep things bottled up like that. I think he just means entry to the VIP area is denied. No, maybe he's got a lot of emotional baggage. We should keep bugging him. Buddy, it's okay. You can open up. The guard seems to be ignoring your group. Aw, don't be like that. Stop cohorting with the enemy. Cohorting? Cohort. I think that's how you say it. Now, let's see. How is it we're supposed to get inside? Contestants with a minimum of 20 chips may enter. Oh, I didn't realize you were still listening. Thanks for letting us know. The staff member that appears to be security stands beside the entrance labeled as VIP. Alright. I think Vega might have killed their partner. Maybe they're rolling in the chips. We do not know yet, unfortunately. Infunno, very clever. I don't really get it, but I do like fun. I hope they have coin mazes. They were my favorite at fairs as a kid. I don't think this is that kind of fair. One of the mass staff mentioned opportunities to gain chips throughout the show. This must be one of them. You're saying this is some kind of carnival-themed gambling pet? Gambling, oh. Is she allowed to go in there? Seeing that they're completely okay with the possibility of exploding my skull, I assume the legality of me walking in a casino is the least of their worries. I think Ladybug is a kid! That's crazy! That's wild! Oh my goodness, that's why she was cooking us. I feel like children and teenagers, they're the best at roasting people. You should never square up to them. Like, honestly, I just remember listening to one Reddit story where this guy was getting upset because he was in his 40s and he was flirting with like freshly 18 and 19-year-olds. And bro, he got cooked crazy style. I love listening to Smush reads Reddit stories, but that's what, that's probably what she's good at, cooking people. She's a sassy gamer girl, gamer child, I guess. Seeing that they're completely okay with the possibility of exploding my skull, I assume the legality of me walking in a casino is the least of their worries. How old are you again? Old enough to fuck your mom. Something a teenager would say. I clocked it. I should have just scouted alone. Sorry, I'm shaking my monitor now. Are we gonna gamble? Guys, I want to know how many tickets everybody has. For real. Wait, where's my cutie pies to yap to? Are we all eating food without me? We are. We're all looking at the food without me. Kinda rude, gamers. How are all the flashing lights and loud noises and fried food smells treating you? Not great, to be honest. Maybe we should take a bet to see who can last longer without having a stroke. I'll pass. Thanks. Hardly anything decent to eat. The closest thing I can find to my usual diet is fried caprese salad. I wasn't even aware that was a thing you could fry. I feel like that's just fried chicken? Grilled chicken? Actually, dog, I don't know what a fried caprese salad is. I do not know. I'm surprised by most of the food offerings. They seem better quality than what was offered to me during my jail time. I half expected you to accuse it of being poison. Something being labeled as beer battered battery acid milkshake is already doing the heavy lifting of that for me. I think the food is poisonous, but that's no secret I have to accuse it of. Okay. Are we gonna talk about the gambling machines? Nor I wanted to see if they were gonna say anything else. Okay, that's a star on this one, I think. Or is it like the paint chipping off? Okay, we can't look at it. I was just curious. There wasn't any symmetry, so I thought maybe something was up, I suppose. Should we look at the food again just to see if anybody wants to yap? No, nobody wants to yap about any of this. Let's look at the games again. This group is definitely growing on me. I think the writing, even though I wasn't completely sold on them, the writers of this game did do a good job of making every person in this game interesting. At least in my opinion. I'm liking it. Okay. I'm not bothering reading these out loud because we already have today. Aha! Could be that the coin we're supposed to use on the second floor phone booth. It's funny that every group is bringing this up. Maybe it's for people also who don't want to play every ending. I just like to be a knower. No, this one looks too small. It was still worth a try. Good eye, Vega. I think that's about everything worthwhile here for now. We should be good to move on. Okay, should we go to the bar first? You know, every playthrough I've gone to the bar first, so let's head over there first. I'm excited. I wonder if we're gonna make it into any other rooms that the other groups haven't been in. I'm very curious to know. I would love to know, guys. I miss Benny. Benny, would you rock with me if I was with this group, gamer? Look, they decorated the bar just for you. But it's just a bunch of nooses. Oh. Wow, that's crazy. Help wanted? Do you think they forgot to take this down? Or maybe they're still in the process of it? Oh, are you saying they're for the players? The staff member mentioned ways to make more chips. Maybe this is what they were offering if gambling isn't your taste. That would be absurd. There's no way they would allow other contestants to serve at one another alcohol. I don't know. Perfect way to poison each other. Don't say that. Vega's already paranoid enough. Too late. Poor Vega. Oh my goodness. We are rage baiting Vega. Nobody wants to play pool? Even without the bar functioning, I'm glad they found a space to add some sort of greenery and life into the space. Though I do hope they're getting enough sunlight. The snake plants seem to be doing alright at least. Aww. You're such a little cutie pie. I love cute characters. I was gonna see if he was gonna say anything about the plants. Do you think the nooses are just decorative? I really don't think the gallows humor is easing anyone's nerves. Don't worry, I wasn't trying to. Yeah, it's interesting though. I feel like this is the one group where when we talk to the paranoid cosmetologists, they are always looking, well, I guess they want to be the lead investigator, so it does make sense in this sense. But all of their lines in these rooms are tied to an item. Everybody else, you could talk to them, and then they would say something about an item also if you clicked on it. Just, you know, we're investigating. Oh, I wonder if they'll have any specialty drinks available. Don't. Why are you worried they're gonna put something in our drinks too? I get your gimmicks being paranoid, but they still do have standards. They're also trying to kill us, so I wouldn't exactly put it past them. Even aside from that, think about it. There's no clocks, there's no way to know how much time has passed between rounds. You could get a few drinks in between games, but then before you know it, it'll be time for the next game. Giving participants alcohol will surely make the game more interesting. It will lower inhibitions of criminals with potentially violent or unruly histories. Don't you see? This is very obviously a trap disguised as a perk. Taking the edge off before going into a life or death scenario sounds really helpful to someone as jumpy as you. To each their own, but it's your funeral. I'm staying far away from whatever amenities they may offer. What are we gonna say about the love room? Do bars usually have this? That's questionable. A little private room for doing some woohooing like The Sims? Bro, what the heck? Oh, look, a nice little nook for privacy. If they bothered turning off that neon sign, I'm sure it would be a killer place to sleep. Too bad every inch of this place is obsessed with assaulting my eyes. Shut up, shut up, shut up, look! Whoa! Yes, as you can see, Vega does have a pimple right above their hairline. No way! No, I think Vega actually spotted something. Looks like there's a vent on the ceiling. Whoa! Good stuff to know, guys. It could potentially lead through somewhere off limits. And in a concealed space, no less. I don't think the architects were thinking about the layout for a space filled with criminals very well. I don't blame them. The turnaround for building a new set every season can't be easy. I can't imagine their laborers are being treated well under these constraints. Maybe we should file a complaint on their behalf about the... Would you two shut up already? Ooh, bar vent! Are we testing the vent out? Wait. Before we commit to anything, we should probably scout the rest of the facility first to see if there's any security to look out for. I don't want any of them to walk in on us doing this. I think that's about everything worthwhile here for now. We should be good to move on. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Let's go, lesbians, let's go. I do like this group. And I don't have to be evil. I don't think I'm gonna have to bully anybody in this group. At least I hope I don't. No bullying for me, please. I don't like it. I don't really like to bully people. You notice a familiar face in the shop near the counter. Shit, do you think he's here to spy on us? I think he's busy haggling with the cashier. Maybe we're not as important as you think we are. Well, he's still the host, but that seems like a pretty high status to have down here. Who knows what he's planning to do to us? You think the pink balding man will show up in your nightmares tonight? It's perfectly okay to be scared, Vega. It's something natural and nothing to be ashamed of. look at all of us little cuties. Also, I think Eddie's the short king. Based on that build, it is kind of a bullish build. I like it. You look good, Eddie. You look slay. I love it. I love it for you. The ladybug outfit is very, very adorable also. I'm not scared of him. Edwin, help me out here. It's an overreaction. He should be wary. We should be wary of the host. I agree. Not an overreaction. Pick us right. Those marked assistants were trailing right behind him. He's someone important for sure. We shouldn't let our guard down. Still didn't need to piss their pants over just seeing him. I did not piss my pants. But if he is important, that means he has answers, right? If our goal is to learn more about the show, why don't we ask him directly? Do you even hear yourself? A death game host being honest and cooperative is unthinkable. They're all sadistic blood. They're all sadistic. They're all sadistic, bloodthirsty, backstabbing weasels who, you know I can hear you guys from here, right? I'm not associated with them. Edwin, why don't you do the talking? What? Why me? Well, you're the leader, aren't you? Wait, why are we calling me Edwin instead of Eddie? Maybe Eddie is just a nickname. Wow, what a quick turnaround. Okay, I guess we're yapping to them. Are we gonna say anything about this? No. Okay, what's up, gamer? What are you planning? We'll ask the first question that we keep asking. What did you do to that contestant? You mean sandbag? I didn't do anything. But he seemed like a very healthy fellow. I don't think he'd just suddenly faint on his own like that. Oh no, something was done to him. It just wasn't me. I saw marks on his wrist. Electrical burn, right? Production controls the punishments then. Protecting the host probably didn't want him to knock his fake teeth out. Damn! Oh my goodness! If they were doing that, then I doubt I would be in the position I'm in now. But they were broadcasting and he was acting volatile. You put a bunch of criminals in the same room and flashlights on them. The hell did you think was gonna happen? I don't control that either. Complain to our lighting department. But you gotta admit, it's pretty good theatrics, okay? We got that one. What are you planning? Well, right now I'm getting black cats if the shopkeeper weren't being so damn greedy. No, not. What's your plan with the show? What's your game here? You'd have to ask production on that. I just have the call sheet. You know, most people open a conversation with hi or hello, right? Then why host the show? Are you truly just here to follow orders from those controlling everything? Yeah, that's typically what a job is. Most jobs don't include pointing a gun from a demon's throat at people just to watch them squirm. If I wanted to watch people suffer, I could have just watched the show. Sorry to disappoint, but if you're looking to talk with the showrunner, you're talking to the wrong guy. However, if you're looking for an autograph, I've got discounts on them right now. Nah. So, are you truly not that important in the grand scheme of things? Who really is? Very wise, Poppy. I'd argue being the host is a pretty solid position, but if you want to be a weird asshole about it, Mr. King, please make your way to the dressing room. Shooting will begin momentarily. I'd really love to continue chatting, but duty calls. Try not to take too long with whatever it is you're doing. We're behind schedule enough as it is. Cupid gives your group one last judging look before heading out of the shop. Okay. Our group, we're just like the misfit group, I feel. Too bad that blanket's out of my price range. Do you really plan on spending your time sleeping between games? What else is there to do? True. Kind of true. I would nap. They seem rather concerned with keeping us separate from the shop attendant. Probably an issue with past season contestants trying to rob items or chips. There's something behind the counter we're not meant to see. Ooh, I don't know. We've been behind the counter. I don't think there was anything super secretive. An autographed poster from the host for free is quite a generous deal. Still a bit too expensive for my taste, unfortunately. That's crazy. That's bananas. The cashier is protected behind a thick, transparent barrier. There's a small opening at the bottom. You can use to exchange chips, and a drop box below the window seems to be where you can purchase and receive items listed on the menu. Okay, are we gonna look at the vent back here too? Oh, you can only go back there with the one group. Okay, good to know, good to know. Okay, what are the gamers gonna say about what's on sale? Someone already bought a 20 chip item? Oh! So we came here after they bought the first aid kit. But also, I don't understand it because we sold it? Or we stole it. So how would they know to mark it as sold? That's very weird. I mean, maybe it's just like I feel like it is a robot behind this, you know, the barrier? I'm not sure. Maybe they just marked it as sold to confuse them. Wouldn't they notice the missing chips? Not sure. Maybe they just don't care. Someone already bought a 20 chip item? And it's a first aid. And it's a first aid kit too. What a relief. I hope it's for the guy who fainted. How reckless can they be to spend on something that costs that costly before interviews are even done? I'm gonna take a sip of my drink real quick. I think I need to hydrate. How reckless can they be to spend on something that costly before interviews are even done? Were they even paying attention during introduction? Without a word, Poppy placed some of her chips on the shop window. What are you doing? What does it look like? You can't just march right up and buy things like that. Why not? I mean, you can. At the blink, it's only 5 chips and... Wait! Damn, dude! I thought you only had 5 chips. Little ladybug, you wanna die, queen? I mean, you can, but just as I said, the chips are like our lives. Shouldn't you think more critically before spending it? It's all I'll ever need. What did you get, Poppy? A little eye mask, a sleep mask. Oh, I think the sleep mask is only 3. Okay. Oh, it suits you. Good choice, honestly. Don't encourage her. What are you getting then? Glad you asked. I'm saving up to get something that really matters. The only thing that's worth noting on the menu is obviously the fan message. Really? Thought you would prefer the suite. Why on earth would I? You can't seriously believe that room is actually private. Oh, it's not? It will obviously be bugged with secret cameras scattered every inch in that space. I'd rather explain to the audience directly what I'm trying to accomplish and clear my name than spend all my savings and set foot in an obvious scam. You seem confident they'll listen to you. People watch this show because they're curious about who we are, how the stage works, what the next game will be. And then when you're curious, you tend to get attached to those who can directly provide you the answers. And speaking like that, there's any guarantee that will actually air? That seems to be everywhere. Wasted everyone's time. Nothing wrong with being thorough. I have things to say about what our next course of action should be, but it would be smarter to share them when no staff members are present. Does the shop hallway work? That will do. Okay, what are we yapping about? If there's nobody manning the bar, and there are no cameras within the alcove, we should be safe to explore it. There weren't any rooms north of the bar that we had access to, meaning the vent likely leads somewhere off limits, like the janitor's closet. Exactly! That was meant to be a dig, but it might be even sadder that you got excited by that. It's not what's in the closet that could be exciting, but where that could lead to. The staff-only areas connect with one another. If we find a closet, it may lead to a break room, and that break room could lead to where the showrunners work or where the show's analytics are stored. The custodian's closet is the first step to what could be a grand conspiracy. I never knew you were so passionate about janitorial duties. Still, perhaps we missed something. Maybe another sweep would be advantageous. If we have to walk around and dig through every little corner again, I'm ditching. The worker that was following around Cupid on the stage mentioned things were still being set up. So you're suggesting we should wait until the producers are ready before we begin trespassing? That's very thoughtful of you. No, I'm suggesting if you want to break in, we shouldn't put it off. If the workers are busy setting up the arena, they'll be pulled away from other responsibilities. There's a chance things could become more busy once the bar is in working order. Whoa, look at you, starting to sound like an actual delinquent. And here I thought the leather jacket was trying to compensate. Good point. We'll do a quick sweep to see what's on the other side. Okay, are we going through now, gamers? I think I could probably yap. Oh, I can't yap to you right now? Why not, little cutie? Ladybug, what do you have to say? Help wanted. Oh, okay, never mind. So, how are we supposed to open the vent? I've carried a lot of bagged soil, but I don't think I'm strong enough to bend metal yet. But this type of task is exactly why I wanted you in the group. Can't you at least try? I might have something. Why? Got any ideas? Well, I've got a crowbar and... You didn't think to tell us? Where did you even get something like that? You couldn't have possibly smuggled it in. It dropped out of the slot machine in my cell. So that's a lucky charm they issued you with? I suppose giving their brute character a blunt weapon like that would make for interesting TV. In any case, it's absolutely something we can use to our advantage. That reminds me, what did you get? Let's focus on the task at hand. They don't trust me yet, avoiding the question. Now, Vega, that doesn't sound fair. I'm sharing only when it becomes relevant, and that's final. Now get to it, we don't have much time. Okay, crowbar time. Interesting that 2 paths lead to us breaking and entering. That will do. Alright, Poppy, you're up. What? You know. Vega awkwardly gestures towards that entrance, looking back and forth between it and Poppy. You want me to go in there? Yeah? Copen's the muscle. You're the scout, and that's why I approached you guys, remember? Oh, I figured it was because everyone else thought you were annoying and were avoiding you. That too. Fine, give me a boost. Be quick. Try not to be too lackadaisical about it. If I get caught, I'm telling them you told me to do it. Okay, what now? Problem. Jesus Christ, you scared me. What is it? Did you get caught? Nah, nothing that exciting. I found a room, but I just can't get the vent from the other side to open. Oh, do you need to borrow my crowbar? Scoring a free weapon I can swing around at an unsuspecting passerby sounds tempting, but there's no way I'll be able to use that. I need someone stronger to come up with. Fine. Let me go first. You can give me directions from behind. What a gentleman. You're gonna take a left here. Thanks. Did you see what was on the other side at all? Not really. It was pretty dark in there. Smelled like a hospital, though. A hospital? Why? Are you scared of doctors or something? Oh no, it's just... Why would they have a hospital here? They clearly aren't using it to help the contestants. Wow, you're starting to sound like Vega. You were close to being tolerable with the crowbar stump, but now it's losing steam. I'll try to tone it down. Maybe it's for the staff. Huh? The hospital. Maybe it's in case any of the staff get hurt. You think there's any stuff we can snag from there? Stealing from a medical unit? That's cold of you, bull guy, even for a criminal. 20 chips for a med kit is steep, and I'm sure if it's bad enough, they'll get their staff to an actual clinic sooner than they would us. That is assuming they have benefits. Another left. Ah, thanks. How much do you think they get paid anyway? I assume a lot considering what they're being asked to do on top of being stuck down here with us. That too. Why are you interested in applying? It wouldn't be too bad of a gig. You think they hire convicts? Maybe the winner can try for it. The winner? Do you not plan on winning? It's here. Yeesh, you were right. It does smell like a hospital. I mean, it's gonna be hard, guys. There's so many good characters, and I'm assuming only one person can win. No! No! Ladies first. Yeah. Press space to repeatedly pop. Oh, okay, we're hitting space a lot to open up the vent, guys. We're shaking it crazy style. We're getting in. Ooh, this is spooky. It looks like there's blood here. Is this? Nice to see they're prepared at least. Definitely not a hospital then. Still bizarre seeing a morgue. Oh, it's a morgue. Right, I half expected them to just leave our bodies to rot wherever they fell. Information card received morgue. Wait, can we learn about other contestants here? I'm actually pretty excited about that. Can I talk to Ladybug? No. Dude, this is scary. The vent you dropped down from is right above. We should check everything before heading back. Okay. I just thought you would want to look at, you know, the blood on the table? You know, I guess I have eyes. I can see the blood on the table. Hey, take a look. Did you find something gross? No, but there's a spreadsheet open. Ew, I'd prefer you find a brain or something. Okay. So how many people did die? This feels like a Resident Evil note to me. Okay, in the first round, it looks like 7 people died. I think I counted that right. 7 people died. Ooh, we took it. That's crazy. Okay. Okay, I want to look at everything. I'm very curious about this. I'm glad we started investigating. Any medical supplies you were hoping to steal? No, I'm sure an actual doctor looking through this could find something useful, but it all looks the same to me. I guess the equipment for examining a dead body isn't as in line with examining a live one. Who would have guessed? Yeah. Yeah, I'm not heading back. That's weird. What is? These files on the contestants include their medical information. I guess it's nice for them to keep tabs on any health conditions we have. Yeah, but why would they keep it in the morgue? Is there anything worth knowing about in there? I doubt the grand conspiracy Vega was talking about included whether or not anyone here has asthma. Actually, hey, let me look at theirs. I want to see if there's anything embarrassing. It doesn't have anybody's name, just says participant 1A and stuff. Damn, well, is there anything worth making fun of? Give me a sec. Participant 1A damage to thyroid. One of them has chronic something that I cannot pronounce, whatever that means. Participant 10A, history of heart conditions. That's all I can really get from it. It's a lot of medical jargon. I wonder if Eddie has, heart conditions. He acted weird about that. I forgive you. There probably wasn't much I could rip off anyways. Hey, over here! Brutal bull! Oh, that's foreboding. Look, there's one for lackadaisical pest too, and one for paranoid cosmetologist. Seems there's one for each of us. That's cute. They're unlocked too. How fucked up would it be if we opened it and our own bodies were in there? Okay, well now I have to check. Seriously? I wonder if they already like plan who's gonna win, you know? I feel like Benny would win. Not gonna lie, I feel like Benny would have to be the winner. Okay, yeah, empty. Did you think you would find something in there? Did you actually think you would find something in there? The thought of it was freaking me out. I wouldn't have been able to leave without knowing, or I'd be thinking about it all day. Huss. Hey, wait, what about the ones that got stuff on it? You mean the clipboards? I don't recognize the roll on it. Do you think the people here that died during the... Do you think these are the people that died during the preliminary rounds? Looks like it. Check this out. Ooh, somebody died. Whoa, 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 whoa. Participant 1B, deceased. Alias. Ooh, we don't get to know. Round 1, roulette, incident report. Player elimination, cause of death, gunshot wound. Atomical summary, gunshot wound number 1. Fatal GSW entering through interior midline scalp and exiting right posterior scalp. No projectile recovered. Interesting, interesting. Okay, well, I guess I could have clicked through it and read it all, but I was reading the paper. I'm a little goober, guys. Okay, we got this person's thing. Oh, incident report. Player disqualification, tampering of equipment. Oh, cause of death, gunshot wound. Wait, oh, this is a different person. Okay, this is participant 2A, deceased. Sorry, we got a card, so I didn't know we were going to look at all of the cards. Another round 1 roulette, player disqualification, tampering of equipment, cause of death, gunshot wound. Okay, fatal GSW, entering through the right posterior midline scalp and partially exiting the left anterior scalp. Okay, they recovered part of the bullet. Interesting, interesting. And then we have participant 2B, roulette. Incident player. Okay, incident report player. Disqualification, tampering of equipment, cause of death, gunshot wound. Okay, multiple people were trying to tamper the equipment. That's very, very interesting. Non-fatal GSW entering through lateral left knee and exiting interior left knee. No projectile recovered, gunshot wound number 2. Fatal GSW entering through left posterior axilla. Mushroomed bullet recovered from right upper admin. They got shot twice. Interesting. Very, very interesting. I want to see their pictures. I'm very, 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 very curious. Okay, now we have participant 6B, who's also deceased. Preliminary round, roulette, incident report, player elimination, cause of death, gunshot wound number 1. Potentially fatal GSW entering through left lower abdomen. A relatively intact bullet recovered from right lumbar region, 2 inches. Atomical summary, gunshot wound number 2. Non-fatal GSW entering through right hypothenar eminence and exiting through right hypothenar. No projectile recovered. Sorry. I was messing up reading because once I get a big word I don't know how to pronounce, I just mess up everything. I'm like, oh shit, I already fucked up. Okay, they got shot 3 times. No, they look like they got shot more than 3 times. What did they do? Okay. Umbilical region got shot. Okay. Bullet penetrates through the small intestine and lumbar vertebrae. No projectile recovered. Oh, a 4-shot too? Alright, alright. No projectile. They got a graze wound above brow. I don't think we... Well, these are... Yeah, it says they're all deceased, but they got really, really fucked up. And they got grazed twice. Wow, we have... It's showing, like, everything. I wonder if there's gonna be... Well, it is interesting. Why did they black out this incident report? This is getting very, very curious. Why did people get shot in different ways? I guess if a lot of them are messing... Can I see? Whoa, producer interference. I saw it. I put my eyes really close to the screen and I could read it, guys. Oh my goodness. Gunshot wound. Okay. Weird. Weird, weird, weird. Okay, this person died too. This was a player elimination. I think the people who were messing with it got shot more, which I guess, you know, that's a bigger sin in the game than just playing the game and dying. Okay. Oh, wait. This isn't Shark Bag, but this is somebody else who might have died to the electrical shock. This is during roulette. Okay. They died. Refusal to proceed to game area. Cause of death. Excited delirium. Abrasions. Electrical burn on right flexor. Scarring along right flexor. Autopsy reports. Can we open the trays? Locked. Why, did you want to gawk at the bodies or something? No, nothing like that. I guess it's just weird knowing there were other contestants. There's a chance we could have met them if things turned out differently. At least they weren't alone. Even if we never met them, they got the decency of dying with someone else. Though they'd only known each other for a few minutes, I'm sure they would have still appreciated it. Guess so. Okay, we got the autopsy reports. You suddenly feel the back of your throat choke as you hear voices fast approaching from down the hall. I thought he was leaving. Oh, okay, staff 1. I thought he was leaving. He just had a going away party last week, didn't he? Nah, started gambling again on his probation. Shit. Let's go. Poor bastard. At least they were open to rehiring him. They're gonna notice that all the papers are missing, though. Like, actually... Right, hired. But yeah, he's damn good security. I can see why they offered again, even with his habits. Maybe even because of those habits. Eddie? Eddie? Are you listening? Oh no. Eddie? Huh? Huh? What are you doing? Come on. We need to go. I've been saying that. No time. Oh goodness. We're hiding. Did you hear that? Hear what? I could have sworn I heard the tray door. Ooh, spooky. Maybe they're trying to get out and seek revenge on their prison guards. Ugh, don't even bring that up. This place gives me the creeps. Even if we had zombie serial killers roaming the place, I don't think we'd have anything to worry about. It's not like we're the ones who shot them. I've just been on edge ever since management brought up a break-in. Fuck, has security not fixed that yet? Apparently not. I don't even know if they're sure. Tammy told me there was a missing med kit from the shop? Damn, okay, okay. I think they don't want to raise suspicions that they don't have tight security, and that's probably why they just marked it as sold, right guys? But for all we know, someone might have just misplaced it. That's annoying. We're already rushed enough as it is. I don't even want to guess what upper management's planning. Probably figuring out if there's anyone left they can give overtime to that isn't already crunching. Hey, if we're lucky, maybe that devil will offer some gift cards in exchange for it. Don't count on it. The door clicks shut, and you each hear their footsteps trail down the hall. Wow, this one's got a lot of good information, too. I like this little ending. You still alive? Yeah, I think we're good to leave. Agreed. Okay, we got the break-in. Should we leave, or can we look at anything else? I can't tell if you're acting dumb to entertain me, or if you just genuinely want to get got. Yeah. Can we look at anything else? Do you have a death wish or something? We saw everything. Let's go. Fine. We'll go. I don't know. I'm clicking. No, I want to look at everything. What if she says something else? Come on. Now I'm curious. Okay, fine. We'll leave. How are we getting back up there? I guess standing on the table. The vent you dropped down from is right above. Return to bar. Ooh, they're gonna like the information. Honey, we're home. Shh, 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 look. Oh, wait. Oh, the fox. Fox mask. That little cutie pie did leave when we were all in the gambling hall during my first playthrough. I knew they were probably trying to get money or something to help out and buy the first aid kit. They're such a little cutie pie. How long have they been there? Arrived a few minutes ago after Vic, Elise, and Bones came in and then left. Who are they again? The Trivial Tycoon, Nonsensical Joker, and Deadly Dreamboat. Wait, is that not the Fox Mask gamer then? Oh, I thought it was. I think they're planning to do something to Sailor's group. Who, I feel like, actually, I don't know. Sorry. I just saw the mask, but that does just look like a worker's mask. Never mind. Who are they again? You guys really don't have everyone's names and roles memorized yet. Sailor, Rook, and Maneki. They're the daffy goon, loyal horse girl, because I'm not cooking that word again, tongue-tied enigma. Do you think the bartender suspects anything? Why do you ask? With all of us whispering and crowded into the shady corner of a bar, I would say we're pretty inconspicuous. Copen's been keeping them busy, but I'm unsure if they were sent here because they were assigned to bartend or because a camera we missed caught us. Well, if they haven't said anything yet, I hope we were in the clear. We can't be sure. Let's retrieve him before he reveals anything he shouldn't. Copen? Hello, I was just talking to the bartender about the drinks they have on offer. Who is this gamer? I don't know. I feel like that isn't the Fox Mask guy. I'm not sure. I don't remember their hair looking like that, but it could be. I think they had like a cute little mullet thing going on. Anything good? Questionable. Yes, that's very nice. We were actually coming over to get you. If it has a flavor I've never experienced in ginger drinks before. Do you know where you source the ginger root? No. Did you seriously order something while I was looking away? What did I say about spending chips? What about the kale? Do you think it's not mixing well with the agave nectar? Hell should I know? Just take your drink and leave. Yeah, let's. Vega tugs Copen away from the bartender and to a corner of the bar. The bartender turns to the trouble themselves with something else. Okay. Oh my god. I assumed it was just the agave, but on second taste, I'm unsure. You guys still talking about that drink? It's weird. I don't think I've ever tasted something like that before. Weird in a good way or weird in a bad way? Bad? What would you three shut up about that? The vents. What did you find in the vents? Did you find the janitor's closet? If they do have a janitor, they're not doing a very good job. It was dusty as hell in there. What was back there? Just a bunch of dead bodies. Very funny. I suppose it was just a dead end then. No, it was actually a bunch of dead bodies. It was a morgue. A morgue? Ooh, we're getting way more info cards with them, I feel. All of our info cards are filled up. Oh yeah, let's give them the morgue then. Should we just give them this? Yeah, let's give them the autopsy reports. The autopsies of players that died in the preliminary rounds. Participant 1B died from a gunshot. Oh wait. Okay, they're yapping a lot. Let's just give them this card. I think they would find that interesting. That's not relevant right now. Oh, okay, my bad. What about break-in? Reed? Should we tell him about the break-in? What's this one? No. Okay, morgue. Okay, the one that just says morgue. A morgue with the purpose of storing deceased contestants' bodies. Select this card. Yes. There were 20 cabinets labeled with each of the contestants' roles to store our bodies and perform autopsies. Oh, but why? I thought they were catching all of our deaths on camera since they're the ones carrying it out in the first place. Wouldn't an examination of the body be a tad bit redundant? Especially since the show is an alternative way for executions. Foul play can still run rampant, I'm sure. That, and despite the flashy colors and death traps, this place is still under federal jurisdiction. I can't imagine them being able to kill whenever they want without a proper identification of each death. We also found several files on each of the contestants that had died in the preliminary rounds. You did? Oh, so all of the contestants that lost weren't able to tie? Nah, a lot of them died via elimination, but there were some odd ones out. A couple died from messing with equipment. Did it say their name or they were paired with? Just some numbers and their role. Trying to remember what the sheet had said. Participant 1B, 6B, and 10B died from a gunshot wound after being eliminated. Participant 10A died from excited delirium. Sounds fake. Participant 2A and 2B died because they were tampering with equipment. And participant 8A died from player elimination but had a redacted part, like they had to change the original finding. Mostly bullet wounds, which isn't surprising, but what's with the contestant 10A and excited delirium? That's right. What did the medical sheet say? Okay, this is the medical sheet, I'm assuming? I wish I didn't have to read it before I turned it in. Maybe I could just say no instead of reading it. Shit. Okay, we'll try it out. Oh, shit. No, it's just cancel. Okay. Let's select this card. Good, we did it. Participant 10A was also noted to have heart conditions, yeah. Likely a heart attack then, or some sort of nerve damage. I heard it's common association for many bodies that have been electrocuted. Were you hearing this kind of stuff? Aren't you a gardener? Or where were you hearing this kind of stuff? Aren't you a gardener? That would explain the burns on the wrist, and their partner dying because of player elimination, while they died of player contravention? Even though they had won, they refused to keep playing and were electrocuted as punishment. With the one administrating the punishment likely not knowing about any heart conditions or not caring. Cold. This is great. It is? Don't you see what this means? The player was unlawfully executed despite meeting the requirements of the game. They had won their round and were punished for not employing or deploying, but we're not supposed to die here unless it's via the rules of the game. A punishment and an execution are very different things. I don't know. I feel like it might have been a punishment for not wanting to play the game after their partner died. You could argue that, even though it does seem kind of unlawful. I don't know. I mean, it's bad, but even on the autopsy, they reported that it was the player's fault. And they didn't attribute the cause of death to bet and forgive. They attributed it to the player's own health condition. Even though it does make bet and forgive look bad, it certainly isn't show ending. But hey, if you come here with the goal of getting a small chance of having the show be imminently fine, then it was a good effort. And even that won't happen unless you get that information out. But I doubt they'd air you proudly revealing something like that. Still, something to keep in mind. It's not necessarily the information itself that's important, but it's the information reveals the behavior and frame of mind from showrunners. If slip-ups to that degree are possible, who's to say they don't have other things under control? Okay, I guess we should tell them about the break-in. According to the staff, somebody that isn't supposed to be here has broken into the Bet and Forgive studio. They are yet to be caught. Select this card. That's right. While we were in there, we overheard some of the staff talking about a break-in. A break-in? Who on earth would be trying to break into this place? Not many, I assume. That might explain how they were able to do it. Production was so busy setting up the show to keep us inside, they missed someone slipping through the cracks. But why? Staff said a first aid kit was missing? If they were coming here for something like that, couldn't they have just stolen it from a regular pharmacy? Yeah, like a normal person. No. They're definitely here for a separate reason. Perhaps it's a crazed fan or someone with a connection to one of the contestants. Whatever the reason, we should be wary. All contestants, please proceed backstage. Interviews will begin shortly. Once your name is called, you will be asked to go on stage. This was a big revelation and a strong first step. We've made good progress today. I hope you'll do right as to not lose this momentum. So what's our next step after interviews? Well, like I just said, don't lose momentum and don't trust anyone. Even you? How are we supposed to trust their suggestion that we don't trust anyone? You know what I mean. With that, Vega gets up and makes her way backstage. Dick, not even a thank you. Maybe they just really love interviews. That's probably best we head out too. I don't want to risk whatever punishment they'll give us for being late. Shoot, but I didn't even get to finish my drink. You don't sound very disappointed about it. Maybe Vega left because we didn't let them have a taste. Oh no, how careless of me. I didn't mean to exclude them. I should give him a rest. Or should give them the rest. Copen hurriedly follows after Vega with a drink in hand. Thanks, by the way, for helping me out back there. Sorry I froze on you. It's nothing. Even if you did almost fuck everything up, it was nice not being sent in there alone. Besides, it was pretty funny to see you act like a deer caught in headlights. Just don't clam up like you did in there on stage and you should be alright. Thanks. Because that would be really embarrassing. Like, that could be reputation-ending levels of humiliation. Thanks, Poppy. And don't get me started on how that could influence the games, killing yourself, and how you'll be remembered in one blow. Thank you, Poppy. Despite the cutthroat words, you catch a half-hearted smile as they leave and can't help but feel alright. Ooh, we got their card! This is a very cute card, too. Oh my god! Please come out with tarot cards! Please, please, please! It would be so amazing if you could come out with tarot cards. I really, really want them. Oh my goodness. Okay, we received the character card. Soleil. Alright, guys. Let's see. I don't think Sharkbag will hate on us this time. Hey, you. You the scumbag that pushed Sailor around? No? What? You think you're tough for threatening a kid? That's it? What? No, I didn't push him around. I haven't talked to him at all during the break. Oh, are you sure? He said one of them was a scary guy wearing all black. I think I'm sure, yeah? Oh. Never mind then. Have a good day. Or I guess good luck with the interviews? You too. Stupid, stupid, stupid. He keeps muttering to himself even as you walk away. You're not stupid. You're just a little cutie pie. I mean, the other guy's wearing all gray, not really all black. I don't recall spotting you at all since you dismissed yourself from backstage. Me neither. Up to something bullish, I presume. You know that the roles are exaggerated, right? Well, I have my doubts. I guess you couldn't be worse than those vile, good-for-nothing miscreants. Who? Trivial tycoon, deadly dreamboat, nonsensical joker. Even just saying their roles make my blood boil. Eesh, you sound really heated. The hell they do. The question is what they didn't. Their lot ransacked my pockets for all I'm worth. Stole from, intimidated, a young man who only wanted to help his friend. If you insist on saying you're not the role you were assigned, then I advise you to stay away from the likes of them. Seems like something went bad down between the groups while we were investigating. What the hell is wrong with you? Looks like Elise and Sailor are getting in a fight. No. Telling someone to break a rib before a performance is a good thing. It's theater slang for good luck. Everybody knows that, dummy. Never mind. Even after stealing from me, you're still giving me good luck? That's when somebody needs luck the most, isn't it? Wouldn't it be luckier if you just didn't screw me over in the first place? Haha, you're a real laugh, you know that, Dodo? Albatross, actually. Same thing. Guess it's probably gonna say the same thing about Benny also. I don't think Benny, he's not gonna change his ways about making everybody. He's a rage baiter, honestly. Is that live audience I'm seeing? They weren't there before. It's protocol. They usually test how contestants behave on the actual stage first, after the preliminary games. Once things are deemed safe for a live audience, they then are let in. Thanks to the underdog stunt, it has been delayed quite a bit, but he also proved how effective the security measures are with cuffs, not to mention the entertainment value. Now we get the full experience. How come you sound so sure? You a huge fan or something? Ugh, nothing like that. Just someone well advised on how production like this works. Quite straightforward if you think about it. It's difficult to imagine trapping citizens underground in the same cage as more than 10 convicted criminals without some kind of confirmation that they won't bite. You're describing this place like a zoo. Fitting, don't you think? I feel like every time I've talked to them, they said something different, but I'm not 100% sure. Her expression looks bored and completely unimpressed with the setup, but she noticed one of her fingers anxiously picking at the skin behind her ear. Nervous for interviews? I'm being serious. Do you think they'll shock anyone again? You won't get punished. They only shocked him because he was acting out of character with his role. I don't know how lackadaisical I can be with a live audience booing me. If it makes you feel better, you've been a real pest. Aww, really? You mean it? A total nuisance, yeah. You handled annoying Cupid in the shop, no problem. Just do that again. They'll love it. That does sound a lot more approachable. Aw, now they've opened up to us finally. What a little cutie pie. What about you? Are you gonna open up to me? Did Vega like the drink? I believe so. They looked nervous about going on stage and kept fiddling with their glasses. But after tasting it, they yelled, "What the hell is in that?" and got so excited they dropped the glass. Well, I'm sure you took their mind off the interviews. But how are you feeling, Mr. Bull? You're like a quaking aspen. The what? They're also known as the trembling aspen. In other words, you look uneasy. A bit, yeah. Well, here's what I usually do to help with public speaking. I imagine my mama. Is that mom? Close, it means granny. Just imagine a loved one is in the crowd, there to cheer you on and watch you do a good job. I'll pass. I think that just made me more stressed out. Okay, Vega, we'll yap to you real quick. I suspect Coben may be trying to poison me. Nah, he just didn't want you to feel left out. Do you trust his act? I haven't been given a reason not to yet. You think it's an act? Just feels like he's trying too hard to get on everyone's good side. Most likely to catch us off guard. Not to mention how his role of being creative could be just about anything. I don't know what to expect from him, and that makes him dangerous. You should talk about that during interviews. Maybe I will. Okay, what's up with this little cutie pie? Afraid? No, should I be? Of what exactly? They point towards the gate with their fam. Are you asking if I get stage fright? Oh, see, I guess their hair's a little bit different. I did remember, like, the more brunette parts with the blonde sections, but I don't think they were serving at all. I was just a little bit confused. I thought maybe they did work the bar for the group, because they did run off somewhere. I don't know what they did. I don't think so, no. They hold up a fan with a drawing of a clam on it. No, I didn't clam up before, forget that. They're so cute. I love that little cutie pie. I forgot what their name was, though. I know it meant lucky cat or it was one of those little lucky cats in Japan, but I forgot what they were called. My bad. Seems to be a little storage area for extra clothing and accessories. Let's talk to this cutie pie. Mr. Gates, what do you think about my new style? Can you tell the difference? Cecilia takes a step back and twirls around gracefully once, the hem of her dress floating momentarily before settling around her ankles. Let's say outfit this time. Like what you did with the dress suits you better? Why, thank you. I kept everything about me exactly the same as last time we met. I'm glad you noticed. Oh, you cracked me up, Mr. Gates. You weren't causing any trouble, were you? What makes you ask that? You did completely disappear after you left with MX Cosmetologist and the others. It was nothing like that, but I appreciate the concern. How did things go for you? Swimmingly, for me at least, but it seems the flock that was helping Mr. Sandbag had a few strikes during the flight. Why, did something go wrong? Some tensions between the contestants is all. I'd say it would be nothing to ruin their mood. There will be more chips turned later in the day after all. I hear that. I'm guessing he's involved somehow? You're quite the detective. All that investigating must have helped, yes? I wouldn't trust him as much as if I were you. I know his type. I heard that. You're going out on stage looking like that? Like what? Is something wrong? Oh, never mind. I forget that's just how you look. Ugh. Okay, let's make sure we save again. Guys, this is really embarrassing, but I'm making the thumbnail for the first episode. And I think I just suck at gambling because I'm looking at the wiki and the gallery for like a good thumbnail picture. It looks like you can beat Benny, and if you beat Benny at gambling, he uses you as a human shield. Crazy! Oh my goodness, Benny! I don't know if I can stand for this anymore. The images are bananas. Oh my lord. Too bad I suck at gambling, so I'm definitely never getting that ending. Guys, oh my goodness. I actually enjoyed every single ending we got. They were all creative. They were all well written. Sometimes I feel like when you play games, you can tell some characters they didn't get as much attention as other characters. I mean, that's just how it's gonna go sometimes, you know? But I feel like they did their best effort to make sure everybody got like the same amount of dialogue to make everything seem very, very interesting. I like it. I like it a lot. So if you're new here and you want to subscribe, good segue, I know, W me. I'm kidding. I'm just joking. But yeah, I'm definitely going to play more of this game is the main takeaway. So hopefully they update it soon. I also play other games like this. If you're interested, you can subscribe. I would love to have you in the next video. I also stream on Twitch, and if you want to yap about a game, about this game specifically, a comment would be cool. I love talking to you guys, and a like would also be appreciated. Anyways, guys, I hope I see you in the next video. Thank you for watching this one, especially if you made it to the very end. I really, really appreciate you. But hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys!